Greetings, humans and fellow fairy creatures. This is the final RADIATA Stories Randomizer stream for the non-human path. And, it's a little bit bittersweet, but knowing that the humans are going to be exterminated makes me a bit giddy. So, we got Ad with us. How are you, Ad? Ad? There you go.
Sorry, I clicked unmute and I like double clicked it, so it just muted me again.
It's just that happens.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm doing all right. I've got the Algandars, but you know I'm fighting it. I'm not in the cocoon yet, so that's always good. I hope everybody's doing well tonight.
Yeah, I think we're all doing well. Academia, I don't want to break her concentration too much, but she's got her eyes locked and loaded on the rat that's in the bushes right now. Like she's like just hyper focused and her ears are flung forward.
It is the rat's fate to be slain by a great warrior like her.
Yeah. Unfortunately, she won't be doing much slaying because there's a window separating her and the rat. You gotta see, she's like watching what's going on outside. She sees it. She sees the rat. She knows it's there.
Hey James. Yeah, that picture of Hap is a little bit terrifying.
Yeah. Anything without pupils is creepy. Yeah.
Hap's ascending to godhood. Hope you're doing well, James.
Yeah, hope you're doing well. This is going to be, oops, sorry. This is going to be the last, probably the last RADIATA stream for maybe a while, until I figure out what I want to do next with RADIATA. Academia, what do you see out there? She's hunting. She's getting out of her bed. She sees it. She's on hot pursuit.
Yeah, she might find the windows and doors to be an obstacle to her hunt at some point.
She sees a rat. That's what she sees. There's a rat in the bushes. But yeah. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot left to do. I'm thinking, aside from the attack on the fort and the obvious, like, end of the game, City of White Knights and all that, we'll pad out the stream a little bit by going through and reading all the character entries for the friends that we met along the way, that we worked very hard, especially those humans, to get.
Yep. We'll just pad up the stream by doing the City of White Knights without a guide.
That too. Alright. Let's see, we got the... Oh! There we go. I was like, oh shit, where'd my data go? It's just... went down.
No disaster this time, thankfully.
Thank God. There have been many imaginary tears shed throughout this playthrough.
Yep.
So what do you think we should do first? Should we do the attack on the fort and then or what when do you want to do the Friendbook reading? Do you want to do it now? Do you want to do it at the end of the game, or?
I feel like at the end makes the most sense. I do feel bad if we're like jumping right into the end game for people who arrive a bit late. But at the same time, if we started the stream just by reading friend entries and not getting into any action, it's like a slow beginning versus a slow ending. You know, kind of hard to choose what the right call is.
Right, kind of wind it down a bit. So, I think the Friendbook reading at the end will be a good way to wind down at the end.
Sounds good.
Are we happy with this party? Or would you like our good friend JJ?
Well, keep in mind, one of our party members is going to get overwritten by Gans anyway, so.
Oh, that is true.
But you know, it's up to you. You roll with the party you want to roll with.
Yeah, but you've been here like the entire time. I feel like we warrant a JJ.
All right, well I'm here for it.
All right. Oh, Daddy's here.
Hey, Roach Mustang, how you doing?
Daddy is here, and Dad still won't call him Daddy.
Yeah, every time.
So I just have to sleep, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, hope you're doing well, World's Best Dad. Welcome in.
Right, we're gonna jump right into a cutscene. So I gotta shut my trap. Let the cutscenes speak for themselves.
Big into Randomizer.
Oh, I don't know.
Jack answering his own question. What was that? Oh, I don't know.
Indeed. Hearing that accent just makes me think of How to Train Your Dragon from the other day.
Yeah. Macadamia turned and looked at me.
You and your people will refuse to consider our offer? If this is a dream, I hope that I never wake up!
I love killing.
He is super evil.
Yeah, apparently.
Right? JJ doing that awkward spin around.
Yeah, just trying to find your target.
It is nice that there's no friendly fire. We can't get no fire on party members.
Technically there is friendly fire, but only if you have a character with Berserker.
Yeah.
That would be kind of a like fun/not fun run to just do a run where Jack has Berserker on, or like everybody has Berserker on. Friendly fire run.
Alright, take care of him, JJ.
Sure,
Yeah, that'll do it.
sure.
You're weak, be strong. Right.
Huh? I don't know. Beats me.
Be careful what you say. These are the orders of the Commander-in-Chief himself.
Humans and fairy creatures? Come on, Captain. Let's go in anyway.
I'd like to find out what he's up to. I think it's time I dropped by and paid him a visit.
RADIATA Nuzlocke, where when a character dies, you can't ever use them again.
Yeah, I've thought of that before. It would be kind of fun, but I feel like it's too easy to actually keep characters alive a lot of the time.
Yeah. I very seldom have to use, oh, right. How about no?
Sword Tempest!
Easy enough.
Dude.
Oh, the wonders of strong from the start.
It's a hell of a drug.
Hell of a power trip. I don't even have to spam scrolling.
You don't even have to what?
I don't even have to spam square link.
Nope. Too strong for a bunch of nobody knights. And Cross, who is also a nobody knight.
We're gonna see him later, though.
So you came.
He's about to
Couldn't
come.
possibly deserve the
Oh,
kind
dear.
and adoring Lord Jasnet.
No, neither of them.
Yeah, hello? Me? Of course I'll help. I'll do whatever I can. Dead. I killed it.
I want you to look into the Void incident and do whatever you think is necessary.
I know, but I want to watch. I want to see how good Lady Ridley is in a fight.
Yes? As long as the four elements stay unbalanced, then it's bound to happen.
Damn it! These bandits move fast.
Well, Jack, you know the rule. Last man standing is the winner.
Ridley, come back! Don't go with this guy! Hey, you know what I think? I bet the whole thing is some kind of misunderstanding.
What is it, my lord?
No problemo! I'm ready for action! Come on, let's get started!
He sure is.
But, my Lord Jasnet!
I just kind of assumed that all the Olashian guys were like that.
If we win one more time, you will allow us to pass unhindered.
I think they've won enough times to pass unhindered.
Yep.
Oh god, we're gonna see my least favorite cutscenes.
What's he saying?
Your least favorite cutscene.
Probably not actually, you know. Bad things are gonna happen to Dingus.
Oh, I see. Fair enough.
You didn't run away. I'm impressed.
I can't. I was on duty the whole time. I was just caught off guard. If I knew this was going to happen, I would have trained harder. Maybe I survived because I do train every day.
So, who do you want to talk to last? Because, whoever we talk to last, we won't get their second line of dialogue, remember?
I don't know, probably one of the dwarves.
Gotcha. As long as it's not Zing, right?
Yeah, I got my priorities. Priorities. Check you're alright. I hope everyone else is okay. Humans are strong. I'm strong. Train harder.
Hey!
Check. Oh, you're alright. Yes, what about you, Captain? I've been training with the bandit guild. I won't slow you down. Fighting against our old knight comrades doesn't feel right, does it? But let's not dwell on the negatives. We just have to keep on moving forward, that's all.
Would have been really cool if Gans got the ability to like steal items in the non-human path as a reflection of his training with the bandit guild.
Right. Ouch. That sucks. Maybe I should have chosen Coco because he's got
Coco
the
doesn't have a lot to say.
Yeah, he's a boy of few words.
Indeed.
Is the looker okay? He also has his priorities in order.
He sure does.
Can't talk to him. Girly voice saying, "Damn foolish humans, my comrades are slaughtered around me. Lord Zane, are you okay? There is no more time to lose. Vessel awakens." Lord Zane. Talking to himself. "Jack, is that you? I'm sorry, but I cannot talk to you now." Alright.
What?
Oh dear, I don't like to see blood.
What?
To see the spilled blood of so many friends. Human weapons aren't bad either, I guess. Need to get busy and forge better weapons.
I love how Vladimir is just like, oh god, so many comrades dead, and Diver's just like, damn, they make good weapons.
Gotta learn from him.
Hello.
Thank goodness the shop seems alright.
Hello.
I hope Marsha's shop is alright too. We don't want any shrinkage or loss. Or shrink, yeah. Whatever it's called in retail when stuff goes missing. Humans, you will not get away with this.
I feel like,
whose voice is that?
I don't know, but I feel like this voice clip needs to be playing now.
They didn't have to give him that voice in the Japanese version, but they did.
Yep.
That was an artistic decision. That was a goblin voice. Mahim! I think that's a green goblin.
Yeah, I can't tell who it is. But it's definitely a goblin, no question about that.
Yeah. Earlier, before the stream started, we were talking about, like, different character voices and how, like, even if I can't, or, you know, if I can't recognize, like, a specific character, I can at least surmise, like, what race they are, or even, like, what guild. Based on, like, their cadence and just the way their voice sounds.
Hey!
That's Franz's voice.
That is.
Hey!
I always forget about him. I'll say more after the cutscene.
Mr. Donovich, are you saying that you knew my father?
Yeah. But still.
What's that, sir?
Why me? First I'm stuck with Daniel, and now this!
Oh, right. You're the guards for the wagon. All right, come in.
Huh? What? It can't be. I know what I must do.
Language is just like me right now.
Mood.
Yep.
Oh.
Depending on the assignment, we knights sometimes ask guild members to join us on our missions.
Here's your favorite cutscene.
Let's hear the whole report.
Oh yeah, I've never fought anyone who was that good before.
I want to speak to you about the questioning of Adele, Jack's sister.
Yeah?
Huh?
like the Elf King of old.
Cross,
Like,
you really want to fight a war, don't you?
like the Elf King of old, he's about to die.
Indeed.
Yes. The captain told me. That too was the doing of humans.
Everybody's having a hard time. We have no choice but to raise our prices just a little. Aye, but I can't be too sure. It seems to me his smell should be stronger than it is.
She's the only family that the peasant boy has left. They must have been in contact somehow.
Now it is the era of the Silver Dragon, but the time of the Gold Dragon is close.
Yeah, about as close as it can be, Parsec. Fuck you, Cross. Fuck you, Cross.
Well, well. You want another lesson?
Hey, Ridley, you are really making no sense at all. Huh? I don't believe it. The Knights wouldn't do that.
I feel like in the instances where you have no choice but to add like a certain person to your party member, like like Gant's up ahead and like Coco when he takes you to Goblin Haven and stuff. I feel like that's thanks for the clip, Devin. That's where they probably would have used the fifth party member.
Maybe. Yeah, thanks for the clip. I hope you got Dynas's death scream in there, because he just gave like a confused little huh. What was I gonna say? I thought what you were going to say is whenever they force you to bring along a party member, it would be kind of nice if they removed that restriction in like New Game Plus.
Yeah. Or just allocate them to the fifth party member.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, the thing I was going to say before the cutscene started was going back to identifying voices and stuff, and I may not be able to tell like a specific character, but I can definitely take a guess at what their race is, because of the certain ways some of the races talk. You were saying the goblins have that kind of frog in throat kind of like hey there. And then the dwarves have that very gravelly voice that is like a kind of a Russian accent. Hello there.
Yep.
And then with humans, it can kind of be hard to tell, but you can tell if they're either a Vancour member or one of the heavy guardsmen based on the reverb in their voice, because they're talking with a helmet on.
Yeah, the reverb is definitely a giveaway.
Yeah. But yeah, that audio file that James posted on the Discord, I wish I was I could be more help, because I can't for the life of me figure out what characters they are, but I can well, I think one of them is definitely a dwarf. Yeah. Some of the other ones are kind of difficult. I'm guessing that some of the human ones are shopkeepers, because they have their welcome and thank you very much.
That sounds about right.
Actually, I want to do something really quick, because you get different voice lines depending on whether you're at the restaurant tree before Ridley, or whether she gets there first.
So we're gonna camp out there?
Yeah, we're gonna camp out, I'm gonna turbo, and then I'm gonna do a save state before.
Sounds good to me. Oh, right. Yeah. I see what you're cooking. You're gonna do a save state so we can see both versions of the cutscene and get as many randomized voice lines as possible.
Correct.
Fair.
That's the idea.
I see.
Right. Now I can't remember off the top of my head what time the cutscene triggers.
I think it's like 6 or something, just like early evening.
Yeah, 6. I know it's well after the sun goes down.
Mm-hmm. We get a JJ Volky.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
Absolutely. Oh wow, that was anticlimactic.
Unfortunate.
We get absolutely nothing.
Yeah. I mean, he still had his like attacking voice lines, but nothing for his actual vocal line.
Well, thanks for the cheer, Senpai. How are you?
Hope you're doing well.
Yeah. How was your weekend? Great. So we're gonna save state and then turbo. The where is it? CSX2. It was very busy. Was good, but very busy. I'm doing good. Yeah, just chugging along. Recently got back into playing Journey. And, realizing how much I missed that game.
Yeah, I've never played it before personally, but I've heard and seen good things.
I would say it's not for everybody. Some people think that it's like too short or it's too minimalist or whatever, but you know, it's one of those things where, you know, if you like a very combat heavy game, you're not gonna like Journey. It's just like a very sort of relaxing kind of minimalist game.
Fair. I looked up the time. Apparently it's 8 o'clock rather than 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Still relatively early.
I've also never played it, but know a few people that dabble. Yeah. I guess that's not too bad of a wait. You know, speaking of the restaurant tree and like Senpai who's dropping in right now, if I remember correctly, one of the times Senpai was streaming, sent their some of their chat, because I think like they're waiting for something in their game, and so they sent them over to my stream for a while, and I was like right at this part.
Gotcha. So they were waiting for something, and they got sent over to your stream where you're also waiting for something.
I don't know if I was waiting or if I was just like in the middle of the cutscene.
Yeah, okay,
I do vaguely remember like Senpai sending like viewers over this way for like a brief moment while I was like near the restaurant tree.
Awesome.
This is like deja vu. So basically what I'm doing right now is I want... This cutscene will play out differently depending on whether Jack gets to the tree first or Ridley gets to the tree first. And since this is oopsies. Hang on.
Sir, we must strike at the non-humans now and crush them. We have defeated dragons. Nothing can stop us.
Hey there, we're here to enlist.
They are dangerous beasts. They live only for murder and bloodshed.
So since this is a randomizer, I want to see, like... I just want to see how, like, both versions of the cutscene so that we can get maximum randomized voice lines.
Yeah, I love how Gerald, in that voice line where Gerald yells and attacks Jack, you also hear Jack's voice at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think the way the game works is it only plays one audio clip at a time in cutscenes.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's just kind of funny to know that both of their voices are packaged together for that one specific clip.
Right.
Does he have any clue at all?
Come in.
Excellent. Now, if you care to lead the way.
Sir!
Does it hurt, boy?
Is that so?
I don't understand. I don't remember anything. What happened to me?
Captain Gaunt's Rothschild and the Rose Cachot back from assignment.
So, the time is drawing near.
Jack Russell!
Sir Cross received his honorable wounds while battling the Wind Dragon. He needs his rest.
Ow, ow, ow. Damn it. I'm still too weak to move.
So you void thugs are kidnapping now. What's your game, Nocturne?
Oh, yes. Aphilion's here, all right. I can smell him.
Rich silence. Jack is like giving her this awkward stare. Like, why are you going around sniffing people?
I thought I knew you, Wrigley.
Ridley's the type of person to fart and say, "Do you smell popcorn?"
Yikes.
I'm gonna beat you so bad.
Either that, or we've just used up a lifetime's worth of luck.
I'm not going to trust you lot and your depraved rituals. Ridley will be cured by human hands.
Believe me or not, it's your choice. Ridley and I are leaving. We're going to the end of the world.
He was the defender of Earth Valley, the guardian of the whole dwarf race.
No one's talking to you.
Have the troops guarding the other gates join the Lupus Gate defenders. We have to stop the enemy where they are.
General!
Right, so there's an ad about to play. Wait, I'm just actually gonna snooze it. There we go.
What the heck was that?
Hap's
Go to sleep,
mind.
Ad.
The mind of the ancient
I want to go to
elves.
sleep.
The mind of humans. And her own mind, too.
Yeah, I guess there would.
Ads
But I
have
know
to
the
get
dragons can't
plenty
be
of rest
beaten.
and
We could win for sure.
hydration to get well.
The soul of Hap
Indeed.
has not yet been fully integrated into her body. Ridley's own soul continues to resist.
Geniuses don't lie. Don't worry about it. Come on in.
No!
Okay, vegetables.
Larks, I did
Became
not
so close
realize
to
you were
egg.
so old-fashioned. Knights cannot ride on the coattails of their parents.
Enough! Jack, be sure to get a good night's sleep. Don't go wandering around the castle all night.
Jack, hang on! Do you hear?
Jack? We mustn't let that happen. Let's go, everyone!
According to my investigation, Ridley's consciousness has been overtaken by the elf within her.
Huh?
This is news to Larks,
Not a
apparently.
bad night's work.
We're going to back down?
Go away. We have no time to waste on dolts like you.
Huh. Still haven't lost your touch, eh, Gerald? But...
But you killed her for the sake of humanity.
Right, we leave first thing tomorrow morning.
I'm sorry we have to do this, Jack, but it's for your own good.
What the heck? Where am I?
Exactly. No one even touched him when suddenly...
When you make captain, you can wear what you like. Until then, you stick with regulation.
That definitely is something to cry about.
Indeed. Don't get to dress up in your own drip.
Nope. Okay. So,
now, before we reload, if we view a different version of the restaurant, seeing all the other scenes after that are still going to be the same, right?
I believe so, yeah.
So do you want to create like a separate save state for this, and that way once we see the different version of the restaurant scene, we don't have to rewatch all the others again?
You know, that might actually be a good idea.
Okie doke.
Glad you thought of that. I was originally just planning on, like, scrolling through it.
That's fair.
There's...
Whatever works.
Yeah.
I just love that one voice clip interaction where we got like Wrigley screaming in pure anguish, and then the next voice clip was just like, okay, vegetable.
Okay, you're gonna hate me right now.
What's up?
I think I saved over the save state.
Well,
Wow. But that's okay. That's
Right.
okay. I can just you know, do things very quickly, okay?
no, alrighty.
There's backup save state. What do you mean? Oh yeah, backup before save. It was checked. Load. No. I don't think that's gonna work. System load state. Backup 0. No. No, because I saved it on a different one. It wasn't on 0. It was on like a separate one. It was on the one that I had named. Oh, I
Well,
see.
we were worried about the stream being too short, so here we go, right?
Yeah. Yeah, wait a second. Yeah, it won't let me. Because it only gives me the option to back up slot 0, which it's not saved onto. It's saved onto like an actual file. Yeah, I don't have 0 through 9. It's like a separate thing. But that's okay. I guess we'll just have to do this.
I can't see the stream at the moment. No worries.
Weird. Hang on a second. There we go. Should be able to see it now.
Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Alright, progression. Okay, it's good to gonna do this really quickly. Actually, might as well turbo.
Makes sense.
You're saying you and your people will refuse to...
Things redo for completion.
Dig.
Okay, won't get the experience, but whatever. It's not the end of the world.
Huh? I don't know. Beats me. Be careful what you say. Humans, come on, Captain. I'd like to...
So you came. She could.
No.
Yeah, hello? Me? Dead.
I want you to look.
I know, but
Yes, damn it.
Real Jack. Ridley! Come. Hey.
What is it, my lord?
No problem. I just kind of... If we... Must...
This at least will give us an opportunity to talk to Coco last.
Sure. We're doing all this for a slightly different restaurant scene, and to be honest, I can't really remember what the difference is.
I want to talk to you, Franz.
Hey,
The only thing that's kind of a drag is Oh wait, we'll see what he has to say. Wait a second, dialogue is. Yes. So now everyone will get a chance to see how important and terrific a shield can be.
Nobody gets to wield a shield in this game.
Except for, well, Gawain has one, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, he has one. It's not really part of his moveset exactly, but I guess technically he does have one.
I could load the event, I just don't know what the codes are off the top of my head, and I don't feel like digging right now. I'm almost there anyway.
Yeah, at this point we pretty much make up the time anyway. Perhaps the only time in history we will see you talk to Lord Zhang only once.
Only once. Also, knowing me, I'd probably make a mistake and, like, enter in the wrong number and then load the wrong story. I got butterfingers.
I know what
Not even butterfingers, it's just like...
Let's hear the whole report.
Oh, yeah.
I want to speak.
Yeah.
I pressed the wrong button at the wrong time and then I fuck everything up.
Cross. Yes.
Every eye.
She's here. No. Well, hey, huh?
Actually, you know what? I found an idea. Okay, sleep. We'll watch the beginning of the cutscene, and then I'm just gonna reload that, that save state that I mistakenly saved over the other one.
Okay.
So here it is.
Sir, we must strike at the non-humans now and crush them. We have defeated dragons. Nothing can stop us.
Oh, so I think it is the same. It's just the way he approaches is different. Like their placement.
The sort of physical blocking is different, but there aren't really different lines exactly.
That's all right. Well, it's okay. We did all that for nothing, but now we know.
Yep.
All right. Bye. We got our progress back, so.
Yeah.
It all worked out. Alright, so next up is going to the City of White Knights, isn't it?
Indeed. I am once again unable to see the stream.
Oh no. Oh right, that's because I reloaded a save.
Yeah, no worries. Is there something I can do to correct that so you don't have to do that every time?
I don't think so. I think I have to, since I'm the one that's streaming it, I have to fix it.
Fair enough. I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
Even though it was my fault.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Great. We'll save, so. Can never go wrong. Right, cutscenes.
Gawain, Ridley, are you in there too?
Burb.
Of course, I shall keep my word.
I will spare the human girl.
I think that Aphelion, the silver dragon, may be up to something.
Well, that was easy, huh?
Daniel!
So, here you are, Aphelion. What are you up to, hanging around the castle?
I don't know much about history, but they sure do look old. If you say so, but it all sounds like gobbledygook to me. Whew, what a relief. I guess no one saw me miss with the karate chop. Okay, so which one's in charge now? The gold one or the silver one?
Nothing will grow here anymore.
Get your weapon ready, Gawain! It's time to avenge my father! Easy peasy. Hey, that sucks! What kind of system is that? Hey, how you doing? I'm Jack. I'm a new sergeant with the Warrior Guild. I need to get inside.
Then he leaves.
Exactly. Apparently the market for crocodile hides is booming.
Oh no.
But I'm not a knight anymore. I got fired, remember?
Yang's getting into the crocodile business.
I mean, he has a ready source for it.
Yeah,
It's right
he sure
outside
does.
his
In the
gate.
meantime, all you can do is play your role and follow your own convictions.
General Dinosaur, minutes.
Time is running out. I know. There must be something I can do to help.
You don't have to believe me. All right, then. I'll tell you a secret.
The end?
Jack. I'm so glad.
Oh, decisions.
Indeed.
As much as we definitely need to hydrate for this decision. This is the hardest decision I have to make.
I mean, you probably don't want to get rid of your healer, right?
No, I don't. Guess I'll get rid of Ricky, because we played with him enough, and he doesn't, you know.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
I don't want to play with... I mean, I do want to play with him more, but, you know...
Yeah, I'm just roasting. I'm just teasing. There's no right answer here. Everybody's a good party member.
Yeah, we have to get rid of the doggy. It's sad but necessary. But we're heading in the direction that if Neri were here, she would be very unhappy.
This is gonna be the exact moment she joins stream.
Hey guys, what's up? Oh no, you're killing Alicia and Dennis.
Yep.
What a tragedy.
Oh, yep.
Don't worry, it's not real Elwyn. Elwyn's voice isn't real, she can't hurt you.
Indeed. What the hell was that, yeah?
It's like Delpho or something.
He didn't use that victory voice line before this fight, did he?
I don't know.
Maybe
He might
did,
have a
but that
different
would
victory.
be-
Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, that would be kind of wild if he got re-randomized, but...
It could be, because I think Ridley also... I don't know. Do they get, like, different voice lines after they, like, change their outfit?
No, his victory voice line should be the same the whole way through. I don't know, maybe it's been a while since we've had him in the party. Maybe I just forgot that he was already doing that, but caught me off guard. Let's say that.
I think of what I want to do next. RADIATA stories. I don't think I could ever speedrun this game. I know others have done it. I just am not skilled enough to attempt.
Okay.
Evan and I were talking about like speedrunning in like RPG games and stuff, and how it's at least for like games like RADIATA stories, it seems kind of difficult to speedrun in like a decent amount of time. Either because it doesn't have a big enough community that enough people had like found glitches to bypass certain things, or if it's just the fact that there's hardly any platforming involved, so that it's not really possible for you to like go out of bounds or prep anything to avoid cutscenes.
Yeah, I didn't really think about that, but I guess platforming is kind of an essential aspect to speedrunning a lot of the time, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about how like you obviously respect the craft but don't really understand like the appeal personally of like playing a game that you like for as little time as possible. But I would argue that speedrunners actually spend more time playing a game in order to find like glitches and or practicing certain techniques to get it right, and just what you see when they actually go forth and do the actual speedrun is just the tip of the iceberg that you're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
It's only a fraction. Oh, wrong way. That's towards Rocky's Horde.
The Rocky Horde picture show?
Rocky Horde picture. Yes, exactly. Yeah, there's just a bunch of junk over there, and Rocky just kind of hangs out by it.
Dude.
It's his horde.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah. Left. Oh. Couldn't avoid it. I did my best, but I couldn't.
Indeed. The ant and the cactus just both wander a piece of you at the same time in a relatively narrow pathway.
Yep. Also, kind of unrelated, I think it's interesting how characters like... So, like, Jack obviously will have different movesets depending on whether he's wielding a one-handed sword, two-handed sword, axe, or spear. But for the most part, his... and obviously, like, what attacks he has, like, assigned. But,
right.
I think it's interesting how Ridley's moveset in the beginning of the game is different than her moveset later on in the game. Like how in the beginning she is frequently like falling over and like falling backwards and kind of having a little bit of a tricky time.
Yeah. I wish that at least Gans also got a moveset update. Like I said, it would have been cool if he learned to steal from his time in the Bandit Guild, but yeah, Wrigley, the change to her moveset is kind of like, it's not revolutionary. Well, how do I put this? It's simple, but it does go a long way. Like, she goes from axe splitter question mark, where she falls over, to axe splitter without a question mark, where she completes the maneuver.
Yeah. We were about to fight that pterodactyl, but we got a cutscene here. An unvoiced cutscene, may I add. Speaking of which, did you want to do these voices? Did you want to do Gerald and I can do Jack?
Yeah, sure. I'll do Gerald.
Okay, cool.
What took you so long?
Deputy Chief, you can't stop me.
Who said I was trying to? You're a ballsy kid turning your back on the world for a woman. What a man.
Thanks, but I'm kind of in a hurry. What are you doing?
I didn't say I'd let you pass. I admire you, but we have some things to settle.
What things?
You sullied the good Theodore Vancourt name. You'll have to pay for that.
Devin is telling us that we need to randomize the name, randomize the lines too.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Sorry, Chief. I'm just going to be saying egg the entire time to make
Yeah.
up for the eggs that we lost.
Dude.
That we broke. You broke my eggs. I didn't mean to.
Idiot. An ex-sergeant of Vancourt has turned against his own people. I didn't mean to isn't a valid excuse. You and me, Jack Russell. For the honor of Theodore Vancourt. Time for you to pay.
At least we don't have to fight him alone. Are we allowed to win at this? Or do we have to win?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I'm pretty sure you have to win. I don't think you can actually lose and continue.
Yeah.
Oh, so we didn't have, like... Oh, you can win or lose. Okay.
Oh.
I don't remember the lose testing, but...
Maybe we should lose.
Well, fair enough. It's gonna be hard to lose, because we've already taken out most of his health, and we have to, like, kill our own teammates.
Sure.
Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna let them handle it, and if we win, we win, and if we lose, we lose.
They will definitely win. This party isn't gonna lose to him. He talks a big game, but he's kind of a joke this far in.
Oh, that's what happens when you only have one work.
When you only have one what?
Working eye.
Ah, yes.
Oh, do me. Do me.
Yeah, you probably actually you'd live it, yeah.
Oh, no. Too late.
He always does a fixed amount of damage, which I think is 987, so you had too much HP for him to kill you anyway.
Boo hop. Alright. Deputy Chief, are you alright?
Damn. Okay, you win. You've grown strong. At the entrance exam, you couldn't even scrape me with your sword. You've really grown, Jack.
Deputy Chief, I'm so sorry.
Idiot. Raise your head. Be a man.
But I've caused so much trouble for everyone at Vancourt.
You chose your path. Stop regretting what you've done and start looking at what's ahead of you.
Deputy Chief.
My plan was to kick your ass for dishonoring us. But I guess you've gotten too strong even for me. Go already, you've got a woman waiting for you. She's all grown up. A woman to risk my life for. I hope I find her someday.
Better get on those dating sites, Gerald.
Yeah, better make a Tinder account.
Yep. Or Grindr.
You could lose to Jarvis and Daniel? What the hell? I didn't know that.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's weird.
I'd like to try that sometime. I guess I could if I, just if I use the load by event thing in Cheat Engine. Yeah.
Yeah. I assume that looking at the event files is how you found this out, since, as you point out, it's pretty damn hard to actually lose those fights.
Yeah.
But anyway, hope you're enjoying my my crack at voice acting.
That was very good.
Thank you.
Do a very good Gerald.
I was mentioning to Henry off stream that I'd like to sort of chime in with voices a bit more potentially, so I appreciate the opportunity there.
Yay. This one is voiced, right? This one.
Yeah, this one's voiced.
Dang it. Opportunity to
If
lost.
it was your fate that you slay
No
me,
worries.
then perhaps it was my fate that I die at your hand.
Hello? What happened here? Are you all right?
What happened here? It smells like douche in here.
Oh, right. Fort Valencia. That Zane guy brought me here.
Lady Ridley.
What about Ridley?
Yes, of course.
Crash is fucking gobbledygook is like final.
Anastasia's.
I love it.
What happened here? Oh, it's just a shitty final dungeon.
Ah, I see. Are you suggesting that I'm some kind of spy?
Though I spoke with confidence at the meeting, I am concerned about our future course.
It's all right. Thank you, my dear.
That was when he said spy. He was big mad about it.
Everyone choose a target!
Everyone choose a target. Luckily, since he's linked up, he can't Volteus.
Yeah.
Let's try to prevent that from happening by all attacking him.
That's good.
Everyone choose a target, and that target is Cross.
I love how Cross is just like doing an insane evil laugh with his every strike.
Everyone choose a target!
Uh-oh.
Everyone choose a target!
Oh shit, that was a close one.
Indeed.
I almost died.
All right.
Choose that target.
Everyone choose a target!
Target sighted. And now you get to use your Volti that doesn't have a Volti that doesn't have a line.
Okay.
Yeah, better he do that before Cross uses his.
Yep. You gotta be preemptive.
Dude.
Preemptive strike. Oh, you,
oh no!
You
Come
idiot!
on, Jason.
I told you. Did I literally not tell you? I literally just told you to attack Cross.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that. That's
And he was targeting Cross too. That's the thing. Maybe it was because the link broke. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, I can't really think of an excuse for that. You should stay back from Cross, though. He will kill you at this range.
Yeah, I'm trying to. But Jack just wants to run Leroy Jenkins face first into him.
Watch it, Jack.
Radiant sword!
Goblin laugh and then Radiant sword.
Yeah, he better not be targeting you.
I'll be big mad.
Choose a target.
Me too.
Well, at least it's not me.
Yeah, I mean, rip Gans, but...
Gans deserves that for making us get rid of Ricky.
I think that's a little harsh, but okay.
All right.
Alright.
I was just gonna say, I'm glad we didn't get a game over, but you had to come for Gans like that. Damn.
You're being optimistic, and I'm bitter that I had to get rid of Ricky. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of which... Oh. Speaking of Ricky...
Ricky?
Ricky?
Oh, nice. Got a Ricky command.
Sure, everyone choose a target.
Target the shit out of him. Hopefully he won't do his, Radiant sword with a goblin laugh again.
Yeah.
Thank you for... Actually, no, I should probably switch my armor. Should have done that a while ago.
I kept thinking about bringing it up, but I was like, oh, we're gonna win soon, it doesn't matter, and then the fight just keeps on going, so...
Sure.
Good call. There we go.
Dead.
I presume you want to leave immediately?
Oh, kid, you have a real overinflated opinion of yourself.
Like, oh, look at you, Jack, all high and mighty and too good to end someone's life.
Yeah, not the dialogue you'd expect from Gans here.
He's on his moral high horse. Taking the high ground.
I'm glad.
Will you help me find him? It's been a long time.
That one's broken.
Jack, I'm sorry I bothered you with this.
Is that so? Oh well, at least I got to see an old friend.
Al, you worry too much. How am I gonna get lost inside the castle?
He's about to get
How
lost.
am I
in the sea.
gonna get lost in the city of White Knights?
About to find out. Aphelions, an old friend.
Anyway, I don't know who this Aphelion guy is, okay?
Everything's quiet around the rear gate.
I love that right after Cross got killed, the voice line that Jack said started with "anyway." It's just literally that meme of "oh no, anyway."
Oh no, anyway. To go back and, like, stock up on some things.
Yeah, some healing items.
Yeah, healing items and whatnot.
Okay.
Speaking of the City of White Knights, I know like a while back, James did this thing where if you got knocked down by the sandfall that was like right outside the entrance to the Gold Dragon's castle, instead of just knocking you down like a few tiers, it would knock you down all the way to the bottom, and then Zane would laugh at you.
That's pretty mean.
I would literally die if a boy did that to me. Anger. Right. Another celestial Neptune.
Some AoE heals could be good.
Some what?
AoE heals like Moonstone and Revival stuff.
Oh, yeah. Do a Revival Stone. I mean, honestly, realistically, I don't think we're gonna have big of a problem.
Yeah, you don't really need to stock up, but as long as you're here and you feel like mana in, then Revival Stones can never hurt.
I want to support local businesses.
Indeed. You already supported the local businesses enough to recruit them, though.
Yeah. So switch my weapon back, because I'm not fighting Cross anymore. Actually, yeah, I'll just go with the Arbitrator.
Always a good call. I don't think the Glory Axe actually helped against Frost anyway, because he has a water element sword, but I don't believe his armor is water element.
I forget what he is. I think his if I'm not wrong, I think his element might actually be his armor anyway might be wind.
I think his armor's element is neutral, but I could be wrong.
Maybe.
He has a water sword, but his armor doesn't have an element. Alright, time for everybody's favorite dungeon.
Don't even joke about that. Bless you.
But Devin sneezing?
Yeah, he sneezed.
That's it.
But I really, really like to believe that that's the case.
And I'm Jack Russell. I'm the best sword fighter in town.
We'll go to the Dark Elf Village. They can act as mediators in the negotiations.
Do I dare use the guide?
We'll go to the Dark Elf Village. Don't save us from Ophelia.
Act as a mediator in navigating this hellish dungeon.
Indeed.
Help me, guide. Help me, Jesus.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, take the City of White Knights.
Jesus, take the PS2 controller.
Even though I'm using a PS3 controller.
Yeah. Did you ever play many PS3 games?
PS3? Well, I never actually owned a PS3, but I have played Journey, and that is on the PS3.
Okay. So the PS3 controller is just for emulation, essentially.
Yeah, Devin got it for me as a gift, and he also gave me this like these decal sticker things to put on it, so it looks kind of Alcandarzy.
Awesome.
It's all green. It's green.
Cheers to you, Devin.
Yeah, originally what I would use is like I bought like individual PlayStation 2 USB controllers. I think even had like a USB controller for the game for the Nintendo 64. Actually, no. Sorry, it wasn't a USB controller. It was an adapter for USB. But then on my old computer, I was having trouble with the controllers, the USB controllers, like disconnecting and reconnecting. I think it was a problem with the wire or the cord.
Gotcha.
Like how you were telling me that I think you wanted to stream, but you were having some trouble with your controller randomly disconnecting.
Yeah, that's not the biggest issue because I can mostly, like, it's annoying, but I can deal with it. But yeah, I would like to have a more stable connection. I think really the only thing I need to do to get back into streaming right now is just to relearn kind of the like the scenes and whatnot. I can't remember. So there was that whole controversy a while back where like the Streamlabs OBS thing. I think it was that OBS was stealing from was Streamlabs stealing from OBS or was it the other way around?
Streamlabs was yeah. So I think basically what it was. So like OBS, you know, by definition is open broadcasting software. So it's open source and it's completely free. And Streamlabs was like taking their source code and like, you know, doing stuff with it, but they were charging for like certain things or something like that. It's been a long time and I forget what exactly the controversy was. And like, I think they also, like, another thing that was sort of like an issue was the fact that they called themselves Streamlabs OBS, which implied that they were like affiliated with OBS,
right,
which they're not. So now I think they changed that, and now they think they just go by Streamlabs.
Yeah. So I was using Streamlabs before, and then I heard about that, so I like deleted Streamlabs. But now I've got to learn how to use like OBS. So
yeah.
It shouldn't be too much different, but I've just got to refamiliarize myself with stream software essentially.
Yeah. And the thing about Streamlabs, like, sort of the appeal, I guess, was that it was slightly more user-friendly than OBS, but even OBS is pretty user-friendly.
Okay.
I was using Streamlabs when I first started streaming, but I was hesitant to switch over to regular OBS.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard from other people that OBS is a lot more stable than Streamlabs.
Awesome.
So I did eventually make the switch, and I'm glad I did.
Glad to hear it. I think we want to drop at this point, don't we?
No, I already did my drop.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm on the other side of the platforming now.
I guess we're skipping Falvering, eh?
Oh wait, yeah. Okay? Falvern is a little bit down.
Yeah, it would be like bottom right.
Yeah, so I have to go. Down. And then down again. And yeah, I do need to drop right here.
Awesome.
Bonk. So the Falvern should be right here. There it is.
Hey.
Hey. Way back before I streamed on Twitch, and I was streaming on a site called Livestream.
What?
You used to have to broadcast through their their software. And the reason I stopped using Livestream was because they made it so you had to, if you wanted to live stream through them, you had to actually pay, which I think is a bit bullshit. Since
yeah, it's being like.
I mean, I don't know. It's I'm not. I guess I shouldn't tell them how to run their business, but at the same time, it's just like, you know, the people who are using their platform are also bringing in revenue to that platform by streaming on it.
The whole idea of like Twitch partners and whatnot is that they're paying you to stream on their platform. You're not paying them.
Yeah.
So can we read the description of Falvern?
Oh yeah. Is it something interesting?
A legendary holy sword from ancient times. It demolishes the soul of its wielder. Only those strong of spirit dare wield it. I forget exactly what Avcor says, but it's very similar. Just the legendary holy sword, and it kind of has like a life of its own. I mentioned when we got the Book of Angels from Agandar's castle that I believe the angels to be Falvern and Avcor.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. It's interesting lore there.
Hey. Interesting lore for an interesting sword.
Yeah. And up we go. Yeah, they really didn't have to do us this dirty with this dungeon. It's bad enough that so you learn early on when you're doing this dungeon that you're supposed to avoid like the sandfalls and like going up the false ladders. But in order to get over to the area that you need to be in to get all the way up, you have to let yourself drop down a sandfall.
Yeah, it's pretty silly.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess on like a blind playthrough, the thing is you probably will get caught by one of those, so the devs don't have to be like, oh, what if they never get caught? What if they never find the other side? Because, you know, we will get caught.
Yeah,
It will happen to us.
It is promised to happen. Right. But if that isn't bad enough, they have to add salt in the wounds to not only put a sandfall at the very top when you see the entrance to the castle in sight. So you see the entrance there, and you're excited. You're like, oh, I finally made it. So you run, you make a run for it, and then you get caught by a sandfall. You're like, oh shit, that sucks. But I'm not gonna make that mistake again.
Yeah.
So you climb all the way back up to the top, and then you're careful the first time not to get caught by that sandfall right there. And lo and behold, there's a second one.
Yep. I've even made the mistake of like keying the second sandfall and trying to like backpedal and then getting caught in the first sandfall again.
Yeah,
It's
because
so
it shows
brutal.
up like right after you finish climbing the ladder.
Yeah. Like, most of the City of White Knights can be written off as, like, questionable game design, but that last bit just exists to troll you.
Yeah.
Like, indefensibly, undeniably, they were trying to screw with us.
It is pure evil. They did not need to do us that dirty.
Indeed. Alright, well, we're getting into the final randomized cutscenes.
So,
Knights have to wait for their captain's orders. We can't just run off whenever we want.
Hey, Ridley.
I must thank you, young Jack.
But I now also know, deep in my heart, how Lord Nogueira felt.
Gawain owes me. He owes me my father. Although I think I'm the most thrilled of all. This is without a doubt the best day of my life.
What is it? An idiot?
Idiot? Alright. We're getting close, guys.
Indeed.
I will say that it is nice that they at least put a safe flag at the entrance to this castle.
I feel like they had to.
After that, after all the shit they put us through?
Yeah. If they didn't, then there would be, like, riots in the streets.
Oh, God.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. What a delightful young lady. Parsec the Fire Dragon at your service.
Huh?
Captain, what should we do? How it works?
You can stop worrying now.
Don't run so fast.
Soon after that, I left the kingdom and abandoned my family.
Sir! Now, who was it who wrote the charter? Can you help me out here, Larks?
Begin!
Not again. It's been happening more and more.
Yeah.
It's Ridley! Ridley has run away!
Genius?
Youch.
I see.
Who'd have guessed those buffoons would be wandering around there?
This pain.
huh? Man, I suck at holding back.
Cross, I said sit down.
Yes, his father dies. Gans. I see. Understandable. Have a great day.
Now we
Yep.
know what we look.
We can no longer avoid a confrontation.
This place looks really shady. Another one?
Captain Cross of Noir Mouton Brigade.
I was really hoping that the final line before the boss fight was gonna be egg or some shit.
If only. Fight any way you like. We'll let everybody have their chance to do their ulti.
Sounds good. Fight will probably be long enough for it.
Yeah. Who knows that will. Maria, you can heal me, please. Thank you. Poor bastard.
Yeah, the good news for JJ is since she's healing 20% of his HP and he has a massive HP bar, that goes a long way.
Yeah.
Sure.
How big is his HP bar? Oh, I could look. It's oh wow, yeah, 2,900.
Yeah, a fair bit bulkier than the rest of our team.
Yeah. I can see why he's one of your favorites.
There's a lot of reasons, guys, just that he's bulkier in battle.
Yep. Hang on, I'm gonna turn you up because you're a wee bit quiet.
I see. Alrighty.
Alright. Alright, there we go. Oh dear, cursed again.
Classic.
Oh bother.
Gans is like Winnie the Pooh. Oh bother, if only I had some honey.
Sweet Jesus, Gans. That's not honey. That's cursed affliction.
Oh no.
Okay.
Take care of yourself.
Healer, physician, heal thyself.
Heal thyself. Secure your own oxygen mask.
Yeah.
For helping others with theirs.
Okay.
Everybody's cursed.
Yeah. Except for me. And Romaria, of course.
Yep.
Good old Romaria.
What?
Sure.
Oh, we got an ad break going on.
Yeah. Well, go take a break, Ad.
Alright, I'll be back.
Alright. Luckily, not a whole lot's happening right now, so this is the ideal time for one to happen.
We're doing a lot of damage, so I don't know if we're actually gonna have 3 Volkiblasts.
Yeah. It's fine that she is right now, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, he's gonna start sneezing.
Indeed. Which is one of his most deadly attacks.
Yeah. That's a pretty big combo. Gotta start dragon sneezing at us. Alright, your turn, JJ. Complete silence.
Indeed.
He's got his tongue.
JJ the Dragon Slayer.
We can't. Whoa! Thank you. Thank you for doing that, Aphelion. There's his big wing attack. Moved into his...
That means he's at like half health or lower.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I mostly just based off of... Oh, oopsies. I'm an amiibo now. You can also kind of tell.
I've been turned into a marketable merchandise. What were you gonna say? You can kind of tell.
Also, like, by the background, because it's doing that, like, upside down, rain, like the blue rain.
Oh, that's right,
When
yeah.
it's red rain, it's, like, I think 3/4 of the way, or, like, basically almost done. You know, someone was like suggesting as an idea, doing the game with an all-farmer party.
Yeah, that would be pretty amusing.
It would be.
So many like dumb meme runs that you can do with the party members available in this game.
Yep.
I'm sure I've mentioned before on stream that I once did like a badass old man run with like Fernando, Zeranium, and Godwin.
Oh yeah. Especially after I talk shit about Zeranium.
Yeah.
I really wish you would stop binding my party members.
That would be nice.
You could just... and stop sneezing. Sir, do you need a Kleenex?
It's allergy season for him. He's allergic to humans.
That's Zane's line.
Dude. He's allergic to humans but wants to save them anyway.
It's like when you have a pet cat but you're allergic to cats.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright.
Alright, your time to shine, Gans.
Why, you
Oh, he can't.
What do you mean
Oh.
you can't? Oh,
He's cursed.
God damn it, guys.
Alright,
Holy water, there you go.
What?
Oh dear, cursed again.
Oh dear.
Okay.
You gonna vote
Come on,
here or
guys,
not?
it's today.
Today would be nice.
There we go.
Limit break in Japanese.
Stab him in the dick.
Oh, we're into the red rain zone.
Indeed.
Isn't it?
Teizande releasing several different remixes of Chocolate Rain.
JJ. Chocolate Rain, and this one is Cherry Rain. Blood
Yep.
Rain. Oh, Raining Blood. That's what it is. By Slayer. Fucking Slayer.
Oh jeez.
Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus.
Romaria couldn't heal him because she's bound.
Oh.
Hey.
Jack swoops in and saves the day.
Save your joy kissing time.
What?
Here's all afflictions. Romaria, cure Romaria. Oh, really? Are you... Romaria, please.
Immediately got afflicted by Bite again.
I used it on the wrong person. God dang it.
It's all falling apart right at the very end.
Right. It's all not coming together. It's all falling apart. Ah, yes, it's all falling apart.
Oop. There we go.
Actually.
Are you trying to see if you have like a... Never mind. I for a moment there I thought you were gonna look for like a Tsuchinoko dumpling.
I don't need that.
Yeah, we're good.
We're doing okay. Everything's fine. Everyone's still alive.
Indeed.
You're JJ because he's on the front lines.
Looks like we're gonna get a fourth multi-blast. I didn't think he'd live this long, I'm not gonna lie.
Almost done. I think this might do it.
Yeah, this will almost certainly kill. I think you have full power on as well. So. Yeah, wow, he's actually still alive. I am shocked by that.
Yeah, full power. He is very resilient.
Indeed. Just like a cockroach.
Exactly.
What?
He'll die eventually. One day.
Indeed.
I would use an else spell on him, but I think we gotta be close.
Just want to like preserve the dramatic tension of not knowing exactly how much HP he has left.
Exactly, so that when we hear the sound of us deselecting his character, like, oh, we're done.
Yeah, I did not expect him to not only live our Bulky Blast, but live like 50 or so hits after that as well. Guess I miscalculated how much HP he's running with.
And also he auto heals by 10 points every second.
Yeah.
So that's not helpful.
Yeah, I felt like our party was outputting a fair amount of DPS. Oh, there you go.
And he's dead.
GG's.
W's in chat.
Indeed.
That lousy, low-life Cross. I'm going to get him.
Don't let him fool you.
Please, be careful, Jack.
The beast is showing its true nature.
Next word starts with last letter of word before.
Oh.
No, stop, you horrible monster! You beast!
Huh?
Oh.
Are you serious?
I love how like the that line where they're all like, whoa, like it doesn't even sound like the kind of like amused, like, oh my god, there's like a dragon. It sounds like the kind of like woo that like kids would do when you get called to the principal's office.
Yeah, that's what the Nwambu talks is. The Nwambu talks is the silver dragon. The guy was like, whoa.
Oh, he's going to the principal's office. He's in trouble.
Don't make sport of me.
Did we just get a fucking cross voice line as our final voice line in the game?
Don't make sport of me, and then he dies.
Yeah. God damn it, Cross. You didn't deserve the honor of being the last to speak.
Well, we do get one more, or a couple more voice lines, right? Or no, we get one. We get one. We get Zane laughing.
Right. Gonna be up to Zane to bring it home for us.
Yep. Make us proud, Zane.
Yeah, that's true. There's also Wrigley and Jack at RADIATA. I just remembered that there were no more voice lines here, and I was like, God damn it. Why did Cross have to close this out? R.I.P. Gans.
We weakened our defenses by sending troops out after the dragon. They were waiting for just such an opportunity.
Very quiet Dynasty line.
Indeed.
And the cutscene, or the credits.
I'll have to wait for after credits to hear the true final voice lines. Yeah, I know that it took me like years to learn that Nami Tamaki's portion was supposed to be here, and I do like that. I do feel like we got robbed a little bit, but I honestly am quite fond of Teku Teku Ruku as well.
Well, I think in the Japanese version, I think we get fortune for the human path, right? And then this one is like it's this song, but it's sung, right?
Oh,
like
okay,
someone's
gotcha.
actually singing the song.
I didn't realize they had different endings for the like different ending songs for the Japanese and human path, or Japanese and human path. That sounds so bad. I mean, the
What are you
Japanese
saying,
human
man?
path-
Unintentional racism.
Oh god. I didn't realize that in the Japanese version, the human path and the non-human path got different like ending songs. That's what I was trying to say.
yeah, I get what you're saying.
Oh god.
Yeah, Japanese path.
Oh god. It's so bad.
Kind of reminds me of this one time that my nephew was telling us this story about how one of his classmates played a prank on one of his teachers by like putting a dead rat in his teacher's lunch bag or something like that, and then he like freaked out and like started crying. And my sister's like, "Oh, that's so mean. Was he was that a teacher or was that an actual person?" And I'm just like, "Teachers aren't people." She didn't hear the full story and didn't realize that like the classmate had put a rat in his teacher's lunch. It's really mean, but it's just the way that she's like, "Was that a teacher or was that a person?"
What was it with your school and dead rats? Did they microwave a dead rat too?
Yeah, somebody at my school microwaved a dead rat.
Yeah.
But that was a separate school. I went to a different school than my nephew. I guess the better question is, what is it with high school boys and dead rats?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah. I can't believe they also changed Nami to Rachel in the English version. Yeah, that was unnecessary, I feel.
Yeah.
They could have
I
just
guess
kept it as Nami.
Yeah. I get that often they want to change Japanese names to like English names, localizing and whatnot, but like, I don't know. I think you could just keep people's original names and make people learn Japanese names.
Yeah. It's kind of like the whole 4Kids localization thing where they'll like... I mean, I can understand some of the things, like, you know, when like a character's like smoking a cigarette or drinking alcohol, like they don't want to like promote that to kids. But then there'll be other things where like a character is eating like an onigiri, which is like a Japanese snack that most Western kids probably wouldn't be familiar with, and so they switch that to like a sandwich, like a sub sandwich.
Yeah. Here we go with the voice line.
I have received Gance's report. I can find no fault in his judgment.
Meeting?
Last line is meeting.
Indeed.
Also, the townspeople's name in the Japanese are based off of flowers and plants. That's interesting. Especially since, like, RADIATA stories likes to, you know, have the names be based off of, like, certain things, like, you know, the night brigades are, like, an animal and a color in French, and the squad names are, like, the numbers in German.
Mm-hmm.
There was a Nami in One Piece, and the 4Kids kept that name. Yeah, I guess it's true.
The less said about 4Kids One Piece, the better, though.
Also, like, I think in Yu-Gi-Oh, like, the whole, like, you're going to the Shadow Realm was like a product
Yeah.
of the English localization, because like instead of going to the Shadow Realm, quote unquote, like they were actually just being killed.
Yeah, but localizing it into the Shadow Realm somehow made it sound 10 times more metal. It's like, you're dying. Oh no, you're going to the Shadow Realm.
The name of the game itself might be based off the flower white chorus for RADIATA, but I'm not sure about that. That's an interesting theory. I didn't really think about that. I always assumed that it was based off of the radiated tortoise because of the whole thing with Pinta being a like a tortoise, and like all the way that the regions in the map look, they're like all kind of like hexagonal, and they look like parts of a tortoise shell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sending you. Looks like you're going to the Shadow Realm, Jibbo. Like chorus.
Looks like you're going to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
Anyway, we're gonna save our completed data.
Can't let kids see people dying. Better to just show characters going to an eternal hellscape instead. Yeah, pretty much.
I should look at the flower, like, see if it. See if it. Yeah, maybe. I should look into that.
Yeah. I do know that RADIATA Stories does like its floral sort of imagery. Like the box art is, Jack and Wrigley, but then like when you open the box, remember that little like game manual that it came with? There's like a sort of fleur-de-lis-esque emblem on it. So
yeah. Okay. Back to the title screen. Continue. All right. Are you ready for the big reveal of the friends list that we put blood, sweat, and tears into acquiring?
are you ready to do a whole bunch of reading?
Yeah. A whole bunch of reading. Alright, we get to see the extra. Woohoo! Yep. We got it. There it is.
Quite love that that scene.
And that, look at that tortoise. That's a radiated tortoise, isn't it? I swear.
Probably.
Radiated tortoise. Yeah, it is. Look, hang on. I'm gonna go to display. So that's the type of tortoise that it is. That's a radiated tortoise.
Yeah, you can see them in various regions of the game as well.
Yeah. That's it. That's the radiated tortoise. All right. So I guess I'll. Do you want to start off with Jack, or should I?
I guess you start.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna go back and forth. Okay, Jack, race human, gender male. I don't think we really need to read all that. A lively young man born and raised in Solio Village, a town a little ways from RADIATA. He lived a peaceful life with his elder sister Adele until his 16th birthday, when he decided to test his mettle by trying out for the RADIATA Knights like his father before him.
Gans, only son of Gawain and Freya Rothschild of the Rothschild clan, a family that holds the crest of the Lion of the West. He was raised well and knows little of the horrors of the real world. His speech and manners are impeccable. He became a RADIATA Knight at 18 and was promoted to captain when he was 28.
I'm gonna put on some music.
Yeah, sounds good.
Some music to supplement. An hour of relaxing RADIATA Stories music. Perfect for what we're gonna do.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Alright.
Well, will I be able to hear it? Have you played it?
I'm playing it right now.
Okay, yeah, I can't hear it. Rip.
I'll send you the link. I'll post the link in the chat, and people who want to I don't know.
Yeah,
Bookmark
no worries.
the song. Mark the video, they can. Okay, Ridley, the only daughter of Sigourney Silverlake and Jasnay Colton, a family whose clan holds the crest of the Eagle of the North. She is very composed and serious, yet has a fragile, ladylike side. Jasnay has a different last name, as the Silverlake name can only be carried by those related by blood.
Dingus, formerly a subordinate of Gawain in the Rouge Lion Brigade, where he trained exhaustively. Gawain taught him well, and despite all expectations, he became a surprisingly capable knight. However, he has a tendency to overthink problems, making him excessively cautious.
Natalie, a female knight and member of the Violet Chevre, one of the elite knights. One of the elite units of the RADIATA Knights. She is as competitive as any man. Her charisma makes her a strong leader. Despite all this military success, she has not lost touch with her feminine side.
Charlie, a royal RADIATA knight, his flamboyant speech and manner tend to put other people off. He likes cute people and strong warriors, put them together, and he's in heaven. He hopes to be a strong warrior himself someday.
He can only dream of it.
Indeed.
Nina, a royal RADIATA knight. She looks up to Natalie and hopes to take her place someday. She is indifferent and businesslike towards everyone else. She has few close friends and likes to spend her time studying rather than socializing.
Leonard, a royal RADIATA knight, room leader of one of the trainee knight rooms. He looks and acts 10 years older than his actual age, 21. He takes good care of the newbies and teaches them everything there is to know about life in the castle. He can be a brute talker, but he's a friendly guy.
It's kind of interesting that, well, aside from, I think, Jack, mentioning his 16th birthday, I think Leonard's the only one whose age that they actually mention in the Friendbook.
Yeah, I remember in the little, guide, the little game packet inside the box that I was just talking about, they mentioned the age of characters like Genius and Natalie, but in the Friendbook, the age doesn't get referenced very much.
Yeah. One moment. Okay. Patrick, a watchman of the jail in RADIATA Castle. Loaded to the basement. He is easy to talk to despite his appearance, and he is well liked by the newbie knights.
Hut, a watchman of the jail in RADIATA Castle and Patrick's assistant. Slow to learn and tactless, he ended up assigned to the job the knights hate the most. Though incompetent, cowardly, and far from the most hard-working employee of the castle, he's a nice guy.
Gawain. Gance's father and present master of the Rothschild clan that holds the crest of the Line of the West. Before his disappearance, he was the leader of the Rouge Lion, the greatest brigade in the RADIATA Knights. Old-fashioned and stubborn, he was well liked by his subordinates. He was best friends with Cairn, Jack's father.
Elwyn. I will actually read the above because it's worth noting. Race, human, ? Gender, female. Chief of Theatre Vancour. Polite and calm, she encourages people to do the right thing. Alfred, the bearer of the Avcour, had a follower by the name of El. When Alfred passed away, El became Elwyn, and she constructed the Warrior Guild. Many fairy creatures and dragons know her personally.
Gerald, deputy chief of the Theatre Vancour. Known as Gerald the Iron Slash, and he is admired by warriors and feared by foes. His rough manner tends to scare others, but he is in fact laid back and takes good care of his subordinates. In battle, his intuition and ability to grasp a situation quickly has led him to many victories. Leader of the White Squad.
Caesar. Sergeant of Theatre Vancour, known as Caesar the Immortal, he is a wise leader. He is taking on many impossible tasks and come back alive, although the rest of his squad is never that lucky. He grieves over the loss of his men daily. For that reason, he has a strong sense of responsibility towards his subordinates, leader of the Quarto Squad.
Alicia, Sergeant of Theater Vancour, born into a family of the hero Alfred. She is also called Swan Alicia. She has inherited her father's abilities, and is now Vancour's youngest sergeant. Well, aside from Jack, I assume. Though burdened with heavy tasks, she feels little pressure from her job and is always smiling. A member of the Triton Squad.
Killed by Henry Daly.
Oh, don't remind me. Don't remind Neri.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Wow, that's very, very kind of you. Dennis, Corporal of Theater Vancour. He has heavy responsibilities working under Alicia. Highly skilled, he is famous for producing results despite long odds. He does not like to be noticed and does not like to meet people. He is a very responsible person who enjoys taking care of plants and animals.
Also killed by me daily.
Yep.
Gareth, Corporal of Theater Vancour. He trains daily to improve his fencing skills. Lately he stays mostly in his room doing meditative monk training. A very quiet man who speaks only when necessary. He has few friends.
Gregory, Corporal of Theater Vancour. He has fought alongside Gerald in many battles and is a highly skilled warrior. Although he's a man of few words, he does have an emotional side. He looks up to Gerald and goes into a fit of rage when people criticize his hero.
Don't criticize my fave.
Yeah, leave Brittany alone.
Walter, Corporal of Theater Vancour. He is famous for not doing much, but Gerald and Alicia know his true abilities. However, his subordinates do not think well of him because they cannot see the results of his work. A member of the Quintum Squad. And he has a castle on his head. Or a
Indeed.
Oh, you get to do Jarvis.
Do you want to have a certain guest read Jarvis's profile?
Devin, would you like to do Jarvis? Yes? Yes. Do you want to read Jarvis?
I guess I gotta get some reading glasses.
You don't need reading glasses. You could see just fine. Alright.
Can't see shit. See, it says Jarvis. Piece of shit. There. Done.
Alright. Fine, okay, I guess you're gonna do it, Ad.
Alright. Jarvis, Sergeant of Theater Vancour. Long ago, he aspired to become a knight and took many tests, but failed them all. Jealousy influences his dealings with Jack, an ex-RADIATA knight. However, he is a considerate and sympathetic man. He has trouble separating his work and private life. Leader of the Hecton Squad.
Aldo, Assistant Corporal of Theater Vancour. He works under Caesar. He is the brains of many an operation, and he has the ability to turn any difficult situation around with his strategic know-how. He spends his free time studying strategies and tactics. He feels more comfortable in a library than on the battlefield. He's that guy from How to Train Your Dragon last night who's just memorized all the stats.
Yeah, the guy who knows all the dragon stats. Gordon, Assistant Corporal of Theater Vancour. As part of Gerald's unit, his pragmatism counterbalances Gerald's sometimes reckless enthusiasm. Although he calls him a goody-goody, Gerald is glad to have someone of Gordon's intelligence in his unit. He pays close attention to details and enjoys the trust of his comrades. He is polite to everybody.
There's a cat on screen. Just got knocked out my beer bottle.
Is it Macadamia Cam time?
Yes, it is Macadamia. Well, I mean, I still have it on the live screen thing, but yeah, there she goes.
Gotcha.
Bruce, a high-ranking warrior of Theater Vancour. He studied medicine in the Priest Guild, but was later invited to the Warrior Guild because of his medical knowledge. He has the basic skills of a warrior, but would rather stay in the infirmary and treat patients. He was born to be a doctor.
David, what is this, David? A high-ranking warrior of Theater Vancour. His life is about being a warrior, and his goal is to be like Gerald. He admires Gerald so much he is turning into his clone. He appears bored when the encountered enemy is weak, but becomes excited when the enemy is strong. A member of the Septimo Squad.
David!
Yes?
What is this, David?
Conrad, the only son of Lyle, president of JFT Company. JFT is the exclusive supplier of arms to the RADIATA Knights. Conrad... What, exclusive supplier? Well, don't they also do deals with the doors? Yeah, whatever. I guess don't tell them that.
It may be that the weapons manufactured by JFT use dwarven ore or something, but yeah, I don't know. It seems like the dwarves manufacture the weapons themselves a lot of the time.
Yeah. Conrad has problems understanding the poor, but he can't help it as he was spoiled his entire life. His father made him enter Theater Van Coor. He is a member of Walter's squad and spends most of his time trying to avoid work as much as possible. Lazy bastard.
Yep. Rolik, a member of Theater Van Coor, although he has never been part of an operation. A very sensitive man who can't handle stress. He faints when someone offers to give him a task. He has no confidence in himself and is always nervous. No one knows how he managed to get himself admitted into the Warrior Guild.
Daniel, a member of Jarvis's squad in Theater Van Coor. Although he has few skills, he has a lot of knowledge that he passes on to Jack. He is clumsy and easily scared, but never betrays people or shows hateful feelings. He is well liked by those around him, and he has a pet congregator named Isabella.
Carlos, a warrior of Theater Van Coor. He is a backup soldier who manages the cellars in the basement. He isn't very skilled or smart, and no one likes how much he complains about work. He likes places that are dark and damp, another reason why people keep their distance.
Shows hateful things but hates Jack. Jean. Although known for being a lone wolf, Walter convinced him to join the Warrior Guild, and he's been hanging around ever since. However, he is not yet officially a member of Theater Van Coor. He hates getting close to people and resents teamwork. He does not like the system at Theater Van Coor, but he is slowly trying to get used to it.
Well, they say he's not an official member, but we have to recruit him to recruit Owen, so I think that pretty much makes him an official member in my eyes.
He's an unofficial official member.
Indeed. Thanos, receptionist at Theater Van Coor. Once a sergeant in the guild, he changed jobs after being beaten by Alicia when she was still a newbie. He always looks bored and speaks in a brusque manner, but is actually very serious when it comes to work. He likes to look after others and passes on fun tasks to the warriors he likes. And he writes in his journal about the warriors he doesn't, and how he thinks they should commit suicide.
Yep. Or just let them commit suicide.
Yep.
Curtis, the eldest member of Verith Magic Institute. A genius who has made many contributions to the world of magic. He established the current magic system. He looks intimidating and strict, but he is actually very easy to talk to. His mustache is one of his best features.
Agreed. Cecil, son of Lord Henry, or Henry, I'm gonna go with... Pardon?
Lord Henry D.
Lord Henry D., a famous analyst of ancient texts. He suffers from comparisons with his father, but hard work has made him vice president of Verith. He speaks in a soft and polite manner, but there is a roughness behind the words, and he tends to smile warmly while making unreasonable demands, like leveling up Aiden to level 32.
Then, after you've scrubbed all the floors in Hyrule. Genius, a hard-working genius, and the second son in the Weishaupt family of technicians. When he was 7, he broke the record for the youngest child to enter Verith Magic Institute. He cannot help but continuously correct other people's misapprehensions. His hover disk transportation device is called the Ricochet. Rakish
is how I would say that.
Ricochet, whatever.
Morgan, a professor at the Verith Magic Institute. Her major interest is black magic, which includes the study of spirits and curses. She's one of the few people researching beneficial applications of the magic, which most consider to be cruel and wicked. Despite her appearance, she has something of a meek and accommodating personality.
Felix, raised in an orphanage. Lord Ostrakhan. That sounds like an anime convention name.
It does.
Ostrakhan insisted on having Felix enter the Verith Magic Institute when he when his photographic memory became apparent. He is often mistaken for a woman because of his high voice. He is troubled by the fact that he has many male fans. He can be very brusque.
Was he raised by a transformer?
Ostracon.
Ostracon, part of the Decepticons.
Decepticon. Starscream.
Jill, assistant professor at the Verath Magic Institute. Her specialty is item creation, and she creates things that are useful to the general public. When she was little, she would watch her father work at the armory. Before she knew it, her hobby was taking things apart and putting them back together again. She is a hearty, loud young woman.
Ursula, assistant professor at the Verath Magic Institute. Her specialty is golem creation. The dwarves excel in the creation of golems, but Ursula surpasses even them. She looks polite and mature, but she is actually short-tempered and very frank. When she gets mad, she has a tendency to resort to physical violence.
I don't feel like the dwarves really make golems, but I guess if you count those little, like, robo-dwarves in the tunnels.
Yeah, I guess they are, yeah.
Derek, assistant professor at the Verath Magic Institute. His specialty is spiritual arts of the fire attribute. He's built like his father, but instead of martial arts, he became fascinated with magic and decided to enter Verath. Although hot-tempered, he does think carefully before taking any action.
Kristoff, born into a family of book lovers, he has been reading books ever since he can remember. At 16, he entered Verath to put his knowledge to use, where he made many successful inventions. He is easygoing and amiable. When he starts amiable. When he starts to research something, he shuts everyone out. Who's his father?
I think Devin was referring to Derek there. I don't think we know Derek's father.
He is built like his father. Maybe it's Rocky. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Who's your daddy?
Claudia. The love of her life died in an accident, but in the midst of her despair, she learned of a way to bring back the dead. Soon thereafter, she entered the Verath Magic Institute and became an assistant professor. She speaks very quietly with a soft voice. Though she shows little outward emotion, she's actually very moody.
Ardoff. He shows up suddenly at the Verath Magic Institute and soon became an assistant professor. No one knows much about his past, but he is in fact the same race as Nyx.
So why did they say race human in his bio?
Yeah, right. Like, yeah, he's human enough. He has no conscience and feels no compunction about betraying or lying to others. A self-centered man who thinks only of his own career.
Dmitri, assistant professor at the Verath Magic Institute. He was born with weak eyesight that was later corrected by a sight-strengthening machine developed by a Verath technician. He subsequently entered the guild and became an assistant professor. He is a perfectionist who becomes enraged when people stand between him and his goals.
A machine developed by Verath? You mean glasses?
Yeah, it's like magic glasses.
Magic glasses.
As opposed to regular glasses, which Leona has.
Yeah. Leona, a student at Verath Magic Institute and Genius's younger sister. While working hard under Cecil, she managed to decipher some magic documents left by the original president of the Institute. She is the only one who can read the manuscript. She is very shy. She is a very shy and timid girl, and she always has a worried look on her face.
Aiden, this fucker. Son of Cecil, vice president of the Verath Magic Institute, and his wife, Mira. Aiden entered the guild to follow in the footsteps of his father. He's a spoiled child and quickly becomes angry when he doesn't get his way. He hates being alone and always wants someone close by to pamper him.
Cornelia, a girl with a great talent for magic. Born in a farming town far from RADIATA, she entered Verath at age of 12. Ray and Cecil immediately noticed her potential. However, she lacks the control needed to perform great magic. She is very curious and precocious. Each night she transforms into an adult and sings the night away.
Baraus. Born into a family of doctors, he studied medicine at the Elashian Order until he realized the imprecision of the art. He entered the Mage Guild to try to make medical treatment available to the general public. Basically a gentleman, he can become arrogant towards those he regards as his inferior.
I will not treat you, you are inferior.
Yep.
Marietta entered Verith Magic Institute at the age of 13. She is always working hard to overcome her own tough luck. Everyone thought she would rise rapidly through the ranks, but she has been held back by her major flaw, her chronic clumsiness. Someday she'll make it big.
Ernest. A mysterious person who no one really knows. Cecil claims he was drawn to the cursed sound of his voice and welcomed him to the Verith Magic Institute. Nobody has ever had a decent conversation with him because he just spits out odd words and phrases that make little sense. This is all fine with him. He doesn't really like talking to people anyway.
Franklin. He entered the Verith Magic Institute to try to discover a way to preserve his beauty forever. It's called eye cream. He will do anything to achieve this goal. He cares only about himself, and quickly disappears when he feels he won't profit from inactivity. He spends much of his research on trying out different poses in front of a mirror.
Johann, a student of the Verith Magic Institute. His father made him join the institute, but he must have had potential as he has absorbed much during his time there. However, he has too much confidence and is always convinced he's correct, leading him to clash with colleagues. He has no friends.
Alright, on to the priests. Cain, High Priest of the Elashian Order, brought to the guild by the former High Priestess Angela. He became a monk and his powers really blossomed. He was named High Priest after the disappearance of Angela. A wise and charismatic man, he has deeply held beliefs but is not a zealot.
Fernando, Archbishop of the Elashian Order. His life has been based on the teachings of the priest guild since he was a young boy. He acts in accordance with the voice of the gods in his head. His faith borders on fanaticism. He is on bad terms with Anastasia, who is trying to strengthen her faction by establishing herself as a faith healer.
Anastasia, Archbishop of the Elashian Order, and current head of the Ryan clan. She holds the crest of the Jaguars of the East. Her new faction raises funds by dealing in quote-unquote miracle remedies. She is on bad terms with Fernando, who represents the conservative old faction. The most important things in her life are herself and money. I like money!
Yeah. Can you go back to Anastasia for a moment? That text about the crest of the Jaguars of the East is kind of interesting, because we got the Lion of the West, the Great Eagle of the North, and then based on the fact that there's the Lion Crest and the Eagle Crest, I assume that the other two animals would be the Serpent and the Elephant. But apparently there are the Jaguars of the East, so that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's just made up and she's trying to make herself look important.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe she's a fraud, maybe she's a grifter.
Wouldn't put it past her. Dwight, Bishop of the Elashian Order and a member of Anastasia's faction. He has no sense when it comes to money because he grew up with more than he could spend in one lifetime. His wealth is more important to him than the lives of others. He is an ungenerous man who spends his money only on himself.
Godwin, Bishop of the Elashian Order, a first-class monk, doctor, and teacher. He is admired by many, but only a few have glimpsed his true abilities. He is thoughtful and hardworking. Though he believes in the teachings of the gods, he feels that daily training is equally important. He likes to train and study. He doesn't believe in wasting time.
Rocky. From an elite family of monks, his grandfather was the famous monk master, Andrew Mavern. Rocky trains hard daily to become just like his grandfather. He is gullible, frank, hearty, and honest. He sticks to his beliefs and would never go against them.
Achilles, a monk master and head priest of the Elashian Order, and Cain's bodyguard. He comes from a family of monks and has been Rocky's friend and rival since they were both young. He is unofficially part of Fernando's faction, and he looks scary and mean, but appearances in this case can be deceiving. He is actually a very nice man.
Flora, Head priestess of the Elasting Order, only daughter of Rivera, a famous doctor who is said to have the hands of the gods. She has her father's skills and intelligence, though one would not think so to look at her. A caring person, she devotes herself to helping others. The text about her being head priestess is kind of bizarre because she doesn't really seem to actually have a high rank within the guild, but...
She's just a person.
Yep.
Elena, priestess of the Elashian Order. Her and her twin sister Adina serve Anastasia and are always found by her side. She was brought up to be an elite doctor, specifically to provide medical care to the Ryans. She is very talkative and has a violent temper. She would give her life for Anastasia.
Alvin, priest of the Elashian Order. Determined to become a monk master, he entered the guild to learn the martial arts from Fernando. He is quick for his size, and his powerful attacks make him a superb fighter. Frank and easily excited, he believes in justice, love, preparedness, friendship, and miracles.
But Ardov looked in the Japanese text and it says he's a member of the family that lives in the unexplored region of the north. So that might mean that he's the same race as Nyx and is a translation error. That's interesting.
Yeah, you say that him being the same race as Nyx may be a translation error, but isn't Nyx also from the north?
Well, so I think... Ardov, oh wait, we already looked at Ardov. Yeah, no, it could be. Also, hello, Snack Cake. How are you?
Hello.
Are you a fan of RADIATA stories? And if so, who's your favorite character? We're just going through, our entire friends list because we got every single one. Anyway, I'll read Vetus. Priestess of the Elashian Order. Growing up in a male-dominated environment, she has made her masculine and tough. Her parents sent her to the Elashian Order to get her in touch with her feminine side, but instead she has been developing her skills as a monk. Her manner and speech are very masculine. They sent her to conversion therapy.
Yep. Cosmo, priest of the Elasting Order. Coming from a devout family of believers, no one was surprised when he entered the priest guild. He trains hard and has become a very skilled monk. His thoughts are always with the gods. His deeply held religious beliefs govern his every word and deed.
Grant, priest of the Elashian Order. Born into an impoverished family, he is always dreaming of ways to make easy money and live the grand life. He heard that doctors make a lot of money, so he entered the priest guild, where he soon joined Anastasia's faction. Always looks for an easy way out.
Adina, priestess of the Elasting Order. She and her twin sister Elena serve Anastasia and are always found by her side. She was brought up to be an elite doctor specifically to provide medical care to the Ryans. She is very quiet and speaks harshly when she does talk. She will give her life for Elena.
Now that James is mentioning, I just want to check really quick. We'll come back to where we were with Adina. I want to look at...
check Nyx?
Not Nyx, Ardov.
Oh, okay.
So it says he's the same race as Nyx.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. He's a member of a family that lives in the Gotcha.
Yeah, the same race as Nyx line is not in the Japanese text, and he does look very different from Nyx and Sonata, to be fair. And also, Nyx and Sonata work together directly, but we've never seen the connection with Argoff, so that specific line about Argoff being the same race as Nyx being a mistranslation, that makes sense. Or, not even a mistranslation, because there wasn't that line to interpret, but just an error, a goof.
See, it's also from an unexplored place, so I guess it's just translation team assumed it could be.
Yeah, fair enough.
Did you read Adina already, or?
Yeah, I read Adina.
Okay, alright, Miranda, priestess of the Elashian Order. A student of Godwin, she is skilled in both monk and priest. Wait, skilled as both monk and priest. A good girl who cares about others and believes that she has the power to heal everyone. However, her thoughtfulness is sometimes a burden to others.
Edgar, a follower of the Elasting Order. He grew up as a normal boy destined to carry on the family business. However, one day he saw Fernando fighting and joined the priest guild to follow in the steps of his new hero. He can focus intently on one thing, but when he does so, he tends to block out everything else around him.
You've been playing this game since you were 2 or 3. Wow, so you were one of the younger fans. That's cool. Yeah, I was like...
Were the goblins or Coco?
Yeah, goblin. That's an interesting combination, but hey, I mean, that's valid. Do you prefer the green goblins or the black goblins? One day he saw Fernando and then was gay. Besides Jack Ridley, of course. Yeah, the OGs.
Yeah. It's always great to hear from a RADIATA fan we haven't heard from before, and Henry here, Algendar's Plague Positive, runs a Discord if you're interested in joining the community.
Clive, a follower of the Elasting Order, known as a prodigy in his hometown, he entered the priest guild in hopes of becoming a doctor. He was stunned when he discovered that people brighter and more skilled than he was stunned when he discovered people brighter and more skilled than he. However, he is now working hard to catch up on his rivals. He is generally laid back and does things at his own pace.
Lulu, a follower of the Elasting Order, daughter of the president of a famous pharmaceutical company. However, she lost her parents in an accident and had to take over the family business. It was then that she met Anastasia, with whom she shared many ideas. She's not good at telling right from wrong, but she's a sweet girl.
To answer your question, Devin, I wonder what people in his hometown were like if Clive was considered a prodigy. Yeah, they were all just kind of like drooling, like brain dead, drooling idiots.
Clive was adopted by the Black Goblins at a young age, and they're all just doing toadstools all the time.
Brain totally fried. Just brain scrambled. Eugene, a follower of the Elasting Order, he never finished a task alone, and he's always thinking of ways to get other people to finish his jobs. He only entered the priest guild because he thinks that he'll be able to use the miracles to help him with his chores or other work. He spends most of his time thinking of ways to lead an easier life. Jesus, take the broom.
Yeah. Nyx. Race, gender male. Founder of the Void community, of a race living in wild country far from RADIATA. No one knows the reason why he created the Void community. His mysterious way of thinking appears indifferent to those who are not directly involved in his affairs. His sentences often trail off into incomplete silences.
I like how you trailed off into incomplete silence.
Thank you.
Said that. Nice little touch there. Probably green goblins. That's cool. Yeah. That's really cool. The green goblins are really interesting, especially since it's Stonky, the musician, right? He's the one that plays music. Yeah. One of my friends likes goblins, but he prefers the black goblins. I think because of the mushrooms.
Both are good.
But both are good.
He has the Nam flashbacks of the old country.
Ortaraz. Leader of the Void community, he works under Nyx, although he is responsible for day-to-day operations. He lost his eye in the same battle that cost Nyx his lower body. He is a sophisticated gentleman with impeccable manners. He is very familiar with the dark side of RADIATA. He has several adopted daughters.
Sonata. Race, gender male. Assistant leader of the Void community, a member of a race living in wild country far from RADIATA. He came to RADIATA around the same time as Nyx. At first, he and Nyx worked separately, but eventually they began to cooperate. A quiet man who is willing to risk his life for his beliefs.
Iris. Assistant leader of the Void community, also known as the Crow. She can assassinate any target, given enough money. She learned her trade from her father, Silent, the infamous assassin. Presently, she is passing on her skills to Lily. Unless she's on a job, she stays clear of fights. She doesn't do anything unless she's being paid for it.
Nocturne, trainee leader of the Void community. He and Gerald entered the Warrior Guild together. Elite warriors that were known as Iron Slasher Gerald and Sprinting Shadow Nocturne. However, after a quarrel, Nocturne quit the guild and joined the Bandit Guild at Orgaraz's urging. He's a very cautious man, but is quick to act on his decisions. Oh, we're in an ad break.
Yeah. It's okay, it'll be over in 12 seconds.
Indeed. I should probably reread that one. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. If you want to.
Yeah, no worries.
There's always a VOD.
Um.
Okay, it's over.
Alright. Nocturne, trainee leader of the Void community. He and Gerald entered the Warrior Guild together. Elite warriors that were known as Iron Slasher Gerald and Sprinting Shadow Nocturne. However, after a quarrel, Nocturne quit the guild and joined the Bandit Guild at Orgaraz's urging. He's a very cautious man, but is quick to act on his decisions.
Ah, yes, the deadly flowers. Hertz, trainee leader of the Void community. A master of disguises, she can completely transform herself so that even her closest friends are unable to recognize her. A smiling face always hides what she is thinking. She can always be counted on to complete a job, however difficult. No one knows much about her private life. Yeah. The ad should be over by now.
Oh, I would think so.
Yeah. At least it's showing it on my end. Alright.
Am I good to keep going?
I think so, yeah.
Okie doke.
It might be.
Rinka, member of the Void community, a lady thief working for the Bandit Guild. A cool and collected woman, she has a kind heart but can be rough-spoken at times. Normally very composed, she gets easily riled when it comes to her son Kogi.
Alba, assistant trainee leader of the Void community. As a youth, he made many wrong choices due to his violent nature. He was later scouted by the Void community. He takes part in many operations. He is very cool and collected, but he also has a violent temper. He contributes more with his brawn than his brain. Also, thank you for the follow. Hope you enjoy your stay.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for joining Algendar's Plague Positives community here. I'm here often, but not always.
He's the resident RADIATA Stories friend.
RADIATA Stories consultant, or what have you.
Yes.
Lily. Sorry?
I said that too.
Yep. Lily, assistant trainee leader of the Void community. She came to the Bandit Guild after fleeing from her malevolent parents. She trains under Iris and is given the assassin name Vice, White Princess. She has few interests and always seems to be kind of dazed. She lacks motivation and doesn't usually act until told to do so.
Wow, taken in by Anastasia after she was left in front of the Priest Guild as a baby. She ran off to the Bandit Guild at the age of 14 to find her parents. She is generally suspicious of people, but really opens up when someone wins her trust. She basically is a loner.
Jared, Void Community Manager, a born talker. He talked his way into his position at the guild, although he's actually pretty good at his job. Generally a fun, boisterous kind of guy. He lives life day by day and he hates teamwork or having to work with other people.
Oh, isn't that a mood? Also, I like how he has a fishbone in his mouth.
Yeah, and even though he's just making off with the bone, seems like Yuri is quite mad at him.
Pinky, race human, gender male with a question mark?
Yep.
Void community manager, a flamboyant knife-throwing expert. He works as a bouncer at the Void bar, even though he's half asleep most of the time. He does his job without complaint, but he's quick to panic when something major goes down. When that happens, no one can tell what kind of crazy stunt he might pull, like, you know, falling asleep at his post.
Yep. Interlude. Void Community Manager, also called Das Gespens, Dead Spirit. He does not kill in the smart, precise manner of Iris and Lily. Instead, he just wades in and slaughters the target and anyone who gets in his way. A man of few words, he faithfully completes the tasks assigned to him by his bosses.
Solo entered the Bandit Guild to fulfill his childhood dream of becoming a treasure hunter, unprepared for the dark, twisted reality of the guild world, particularly the Bandit Guild. He remains a member, but only because he's too afraid to quit. A coward, he is easily controlled by anyone who looks or acts stronger than he himself.
Jokel, a bandit to the core, he's been a member of the guild for as long as he can remember. Jokel gets by with his immense strength. His lack of smarts means he's easily manipulated by others. Jared is like a brother to him. Not Elmo, apparently, but Jared.
Jared. Eon, Void community member, also known as the Conductor, he grew up in the wild amongst animals. He was scouted by the Bandit Guild due to his ability to control all kinds of wildlife. Always seeking to make the world a safer place for animals, he loves nature and fauna. He likes humans a little less. Well, he'd fit right in with Zane.
Yep. Elmo, a young kid who is part of the Void community because he thinks being bad is cool. His innate innocence, however, means that he doesn't really fit in. He's a cheerful, friendly kid who is unselfishly devoted to those whom he respects.
Star, son of Helios Eastern and Serene Eastern. It's interesting, all three of them have the middle initial of E.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think it stands for?
I don't know, but...
eccentric.
Yeah. I have a feeling that they weren't necessarily both born, like, Helios and Serene probably weren't both born with the E initial, but I guess you have to adopt it to become part of the family or something.
They changed it to Egg.
Yep.
Both of the upper class. He lived a life of luxury until he left home to become a knight. He is pompous and obnoxious, but means well. He failed the test to become a royal knight 9 times until he realized that he didn't need a license to keep Radiata's peace, and christened himself a free knight. He's a sovereign citizen.
Yep. Sebastian, Golem, race Golem, gender question mark. He's actually a Mark III autonomous golem created by the 3rd Vice President of the Vareth Magic Institute. He is polite and proper towards everyone. However, his whole life revolves around Star, and Star's priorities come first. His Volkiblast, the Seb Iris cannon, can destroy a range of mountains, supposedly.
Adele, a gutsy young woman and Jack's older sister. She took charge of his upbringing after their parents passed away. She is also the one who taught Jack how to use a sword. She can be strict, but it's always for Jack's own good. In front of others, though, she is a perfect lady. It's not an act either. She really is. That's how she really is. Some say he's the E stand for elite. That could be it too.
Yep. Paul, one of the 7 wonders of RADIATA. No one knows much about his life. There's a rumor that he used to be an aristocrat, which is probably untrue. Each year he takes the night test, but he's failed 3 times in a row. He thinks he's a ladies' man, if only he could actually meet one.
Well, at least he didn't fail it 9 times like Star did.
Yeah. Fucking Paul with his sandwiches.
Gisk. Or Jisk, I don't know. Gisk. The grouchy owner of Carl's pub next to the Warrior Guild. The great food and drink he keeps people coming back. He is stubborn with a sharp tongue and is often seen chewing people out. The sharp look in his eye can scare even the strongest warriors. For me, I think it means ego. It could mean a lot of things. It could mean ego, it could mean elite, it could mean eccentric. It could mean egg. Egg? Oh wait, hang on. Egg? There we go. Had to do it.
Fair. Lyle, a macho dandy. He is the president of JFT Co., the weapon manufacturing company. He leaves the work of the company to his employees so he can spend his time free from worldly cares. He likes to strike poses when he's talking. He makes regular exercise part of his lifestyle.
Morphin, a doctor with a clinic in the white town of Stars and Faith. He talks and acts as if he has a few screws missing, which is which frightens his patients. However, he's the most knowledgeable medical practitioner in RADIATA and can fix a simple illness in a jiffy. Because of his busy schedule, he has Godwin take care of his daughter, Rabbi. Rabbi?
Bly, an old farmer who is a burden on everyone. He's a real performer and very good at manipulating others, something he has been doing for the past 40 years. He lives a good life, but he always manages to find something to complain about in order to win sympathy from others.
Dan, owner of Club Vampire in the black town of Night and Greed. That was Night and Lust.
Night and Lust, yeah.
An ex-manager of the Void community, he was a rival of Servia's father and his bandit days, but now they are drinking buddies. He is also teaching Servia some of the tricks of the trade, such as martial arts and trap building. A hardy man who likes to make hasty decisions with little forethought.
Elif, foreman of the bridge building gang. No one else in RADIATA has the skills he possesses, so he receives special treatment from the court. Brusque and dismissive, he is often seen picking fights and causing trouble for those around him. However, with people he respects, he can be very fair and generous.
Ryan, a long-term member and foreman of Elif's bridge building gang, works hard for the sake of his adored wife. His rough speech makes him seem rough, but he's actually a very generous-hearted guy. He can be overly indifferent and fail to react to even the most serious situations.
Hip, a member of the bridge building gang. He carries out Elif's orders perfectly and does his job well. He can look spaced out at times, it's probably because he is. However, as soon as Elif begins discussing engineering matters, he becomes serious and listens carefully to every word. He also looks up to his co-worker Ryan.
Nick. Nick is looked up to by the other kids because he is a smart jock who never loses fights. He is serious and obedient, which makes him popular among the adults as well. Parents are always asking their kids, why can't you be more like Nick? Nick dreams of becoming a knight and protecting his country.
Golier, we're on number 100 now. A failed martial arts fighter. Confident in his strength, he thought he could make it as a monk until he realized he had no other talent beyond brute force. He currently works at the reception desk of the Bandit Guild. He's often seen in the pub complaining loudly about monks. He gives up easily when confronted with a problem.
Butch, friends with fellow worker Golier, ever since losing to him at arm wrestling. He looks up to Golier as an older brother. He works for JFT, the weapon manufacturing company. Serious yet confident, he always wears a scowl and mumbles to himself. His fellow workers don't really like him.
Sarvo, a pig farmer, father of Sunset and Sora. He is a strict man who is renowned for the high-grade pigs he raises. He is pleased that his son is trying to learn more about the family business. He is scrupulous in watching over his children.
Sunset, a young boy who works hard to learn about his father's pig farming business. He takes good care of his sister and watches over her and the pigs daily. He is also a cheeky child who likes to make fun of others. His excessive curiosity often gets him into trouble. He's matured a lot lately since he began working hard to learn the family business.
Keaton, a farmer so interested in dairy farming, he moved all the way to Tria Village to learn about it. His work is his hobby. He gets excited when he sees a new plant budding in the fields, although he rarely shares his emotions with others.
Tarkin, younger brother of farmer Keaton. Presently, he is homestaying at Tria Village to learn about dairy farming. There was a time when he wanted to be a knight, but he realized he wasn't cut out for it. A simple, serious youth. He doesn't like being a burden to others and tries hard not to be.
Umber, village elder well respected by the other villagers. He's not interested in the advanced technology of Vareth and lives the simple life of a farmer. Farming is the only thing he's good at, but he is a sweet man who treats everyone in the village like family. His only hobby is fishing.
Laban, a farmer who grows only enough food to feed himself and his family. He is not interested in the rest of the world and his content as long as he is loved. As long as his loved ones are happy. He is rarely willing to try anything new and sticks to the same everyday routine. He enjoys having a quiet, peaceful drink on the evening. How does he make money?
Well, I guess he doesn't need to make money if he grows enough to feed himself. Like, what does he need to buy? He doesn't need to buy food.
Yeah, he just lives off the land.
Yep. Mook, sponsor of the World Friends of Agriculture Society. He goes on and on to everyone he meets about the joys of farming. As a result, his own fields are neglected and choked with weeds. He tends to get very preachy about the subject. His neighbors are starting to avoid talking to him.
Wall, an ex-farmer who became a hunter after being introduced to the trade of trade by Garcia. Despite his lacking of hunting skills, he thinks he can capture ferocious animals on his own and often puts himself in dangerous situations. Garcia tries to warn him about the dangers, but...
Wise, a Sherman farmer who prays to the gods to make his produce tastier. He makes a little extra money by telling fortunes to merchants who buy his food. Though it is just a hobby, he has a reputation for accuracy. This is just coincidence, though, as he has no psychic powers. He believes the delusions in his head are revelations from the gods.
Serenium, an old man at home in all 4 neighborhoods, often found near the garbage cans. He is a well-known figure to the townspeople and can be seen every day, rain or shine, wandering this town and investigating its garbage. The occasional hard glint in his eye suggests a rough history. Every word he utters is pregnant with meaning. Did you have to use that adjective?
Yeah, it's a real turn of phrase that people use, but it is of course kind of silly.
Yeah.
Howard, 5-time champion of the World Farming Competition. It's not as if he is particularly skilled or knowledgeable, however, as his success is mostly due to his great physical strength. A serious man who is trusted by his friends. He's not very fond of socializing, though.
Esther, the cook of RADIATA Castle. His cooking knowledge and skills are extremely advanced, and he knows no rival. He is known as Super Chef. He is a hearty man with a delicate touch in the kitchen. His passion for food becomes even more intense when he has some competition. He also doesn't wash his hands after taking a shit, so
yeah,
keep that in consideration.
Indeed. Sanelia, the receptionist at Morphin's clinic. She is the only one who understands his riddle-like speech, and she is the reason the clinic is run so smoothly. She also has the ability to diagnose a sick person simply by talking to them.
Tony, the only unemployed person in RADIATA. He completely lacks any get-up-and-go initiative, but the gleam in his eye suggests he has borne many hard trials in the past. An expert of the sewers.
Bran, a mad farmer who treasures plants more than humans and would willingly die for the sake of his produce. Always does his own thing without consideration for others around him. Lately, he's started to get into hunting thanks to Garcia's influence.
Stefan loves vegetables. In fact, he has a bit of an obsession with them. His greatest joy in life is eating the vegetables that he has grown with his own hands. As far as he's concerned, he'd rather be around them than around women. Okay.
Yak, a mischievous kid from Nuevo Village. He plays pranks on people and laughs when they get angry. He's skilled at using his slingshot and can often be found hunting lizards with it. Recently he started to hunt Tsuchinokos and often waylays travelers to ask them about the legendary beast.
Garcia, despite his motto, "My query never ever escapes," he has a tendency to overlook obvious things. A strong sense of professionalism means that he is committed to a job. Usually he only goes after small game, but depending on the money, he will hunt down any animal, as long as they're not too dangerous, that is.
Grigori, well, now we're into the non-humans.
Finally.
Yeah, I knew you were waiting for this moment. Dwarf village liquor store owner. Wanting to introduce his favorite drinks to his fellow dwarves, he opened a liquor shop. Surrounded by booze, he is lively and easy to talk to, but when there are no drinks to be had, he becomes very withdrawn. Loves drinking even more than eating good meals. He doubts he could live without his booze.
Now, dwarf village miner. Every year he hopes to devote some more time to his shield collecting hobby, but he has to take care of the work from the dwarf elder first. Still, he is absorbed in acquiring and caring for and learning about his shields. He loves his hobby more than his work, but he is a naturally serious man who hates to cut corners on the job.
David, apprentice of the best blacksmith in town, Brockle, helps his master while honing his skills. Thought to be the natural successor to Brockle, though David himself resists the idea as he believes he still lacks the skills. Serious and well-mannered, he has great powers of concentration and is able to deduce a lot from a single item.
Gil, a white elf poet who serves as Zane's right-hand man, a daydreamer who sometimes has a hard time differentiating between reality and fantasy. His poems are fantastic and wonderful, though, and in much demand by other races. He is also the leading white elf assassin, and has a very pronounced S.
Shin, a leg elf who is kind and warm-hearted to everyone except humans, whom he cannot stand. He tries to avoid all contact with them. Some say that he became this way because of a certain incident that occurred when he visited a human village.
They hazed him.
Rip.
Miss the dwarves more than I'll ever say. Yeah, I think they were supposed to have more dwarves, including Gonovich, like on the non-human path, but that was all cut content.
Yeah, you can, like if you start hacking in party members, the dwarves are much easier to hack in than, like, say, I don't know, some of the random, like, castle people. It seems like the dwarves were intended to be party members by a lot of, like, their cut dialogue and whatnot.
Fan, a white elf who can charm non-elves into doing her bidding. She looks down on other races and often uses her cutesy tricks for no other purpose than her own amusement. She is always perky and cute around others, but it is all an act, and she is actually quite rough and ill-mannered.
Bro, a leg elf who likes to collect beautiful things and is always quick to find out if visitors have such objects. If they do, she is very good at cheating them out of their possessions. When she finds a treasure more beautiful than her own, she quickly becomes obsessed with making it her own.
Pitt, the youngest of the White Elves. He does not know much about the world and harbors no ill will towards any other species. He leads a carefree life, talking to anyone he meets in his wanderings around the village. He is curious like any child, and finds enjoyment in the simplest of activities.
Phew. A leg elf scholar who began her research after realizing the leg elves had not progressed in any way since her birth. Perhaps it is because she is a scholar, but she is unusual among leg elves in that she does not look down upon other races. She is absorbed in her work, devoting herself to it as if there were no tomorrow.
Alan, a white elf biologist who assists few in her research. She is now starting to conduct his own research. He's now starting to conduct his own research into white elves. His dazed expression hides a serious and hard-working character. He works diligently to find answers to the questions that he constantly comes to him.
Yan, leg elf owner of the accessory store in the leg elf village. She opened her store to advertise the excellent quality of elf-made items. Though she feels that elves are superior, she harbors no particular prejudices towards other races. She's always happy to get her customers' opinions to improve her shop and its merchandise. So she wanted to advertise the superiority of elf-made items, but her store was in the leg elf village and, like, nobody else visits.
That's totally Zane's fault, though. He made it that way. He's like... Alright, now into the Dark Elves. Clarence, a Dark Elf spy. Although spy makes him seem sinister, all he really does is collect information and act as an intermediary with other races. So he's just a mediator. Because he is away a lot, he does not interact much with people in his village. Although he wouldn't admit it himself, he is sometimes seen. It sometimes seems that his hard work is a form of escape from something troubling.
Serva, a dark elf. Funny and talkative, he brightens the mood wherever he is. His schedule consists of working out in the afternoon and drinking at night. He's a little immature for his age, but nobody holds that against him because that's what makes him the humorous, lively elf he is.
Hyan, a dark elf who loves to gamble, sing, dance, and have a good time. If he hears of a new kind of entertainment, he will travel even to the human villages to find out about it. His one and only policy is to have fun. He always makes sure that he himself, he always makes sure he enjoys himself to the max. Fun fact, I've had to restart 5 whole saves because of Gil. Yeah,
why though? Gil, you can't like mess up. Well, I guess if you lose to Gil, you're not getting another chance to recruit him. I've never thought of that before.
No, I think you can. You just have to wait for the world to reset, and I think it's easier to just reload a save than to wait for midnight.
Oh, that's what they mean. Just reloading saves. I thought Snack Kick, you meant you had to restart like entire files. Chat. At first glance, this Dark Elf looks like a nice, laid-back young man, but it is all an act. He's actually a nuisance who plays pranks on everyone in the village except for the Elder. He got such an awful scolding from the Elder when he was a young boy that he steered well clear ever since.
I like how a lot of these descriptions of the elves are like, they may look laid back, but they're actually a little shit.
Yeah.
When you get to know them. Zeta. A spoiled young dark elf, everything he does is motivated by his selfishness. He hates it when others don't let him get his own way, but he's intrigued at the same time. If he likes you, he'll agree to let you into his gang, and he starts treating you as his own underling.
Franz. A self-proclaimed dark elf martial artist. He once saw a monk with a similar build to his own defeat an opponent many times his size. He's been a devoted practitioner ever since. So enthusiastic, he tries to do everything his own way and ends up expending great energy to no useful purpose. No one tells him so because it only makes him mad.
Romaria, a dark elf who likes to think of herself as a freedom fighter when she storms in to rescue people in trouble.
Yow!
Yeah. Yep. Yow. Her mission in life is to rid the world of evil, although her sense of who is bad and who is good depends on whether or not she likes a person or not, rather than universal principles of right or wrong. She is a real nuisance to the people around her. Again, with like, you know, it's like, a piece of shit when you get to know them.
Yeah, Romaria is a menace.
Played on the PS2, if you did the missions in the wrong order, he would basically disappear off the face of the planet. Are you sure? Wait, on the non-human path or the human path?
Yeah, you're talking about Gil, right?
I think there might be a little bit of a delay. Yeah. Marsha. Wait, no.
Right,
Yeah, you're Marsha.
Dark Elf owner of the general store in the Dark Elf village. Dark Elf owner of the Dark Elf store. The little products lined up in her store are things she bought from merchants and travelers. Although she seems to listen to other people's stories, her non-committal responses suggest that she doesn't really pay any attention. She is only nice to others because she wants to be liked.
Lufa, a dark elf cook placed in charge of meals for the dark elves. She insists on making original recipes, most of which turn out to be inedible because she does not bother to taste test them when she's cooking. She is always looking to try out new recipes.
Coco, a young dark elf who always wears a blank expression on his face. Some people worry about him, but it's just his natural expression. He walks away when people begin talking to him, but that is because he is shy and not used to conversing with others. Once he opens up to you, he's willing to talk, sometimes.
Martinez, band leader of the Dark Elf Village Band. The Dark Elves love music, so it's not surprising that they have formed a band. They have toured the world and have fans all over different regions. Martinez has devoted his life to music, and his life revolves around a band.
Santos, a member of the Dark Elf Band. He joined because of his admiration for Martinez. He has learned a lot since joining and is now a fabulous musician. Martinez wants him to go solo, but Santos does not feel he is ready. He spends his time combining different sounds and creating new music.
Rika, a member of the Dark Elf Band, she was originally a biological researcher, but after discovering the effects of music has on living things, she joined this band. She has learned that some music has a soothing effect, and is now trying to use it to rid the world of war. She is very quiet and usually keeps to herself. Rika discovers ASMR.
Yep. Mikey, a dark elf who loves to read and spend most of his time with books. He reads about elves and other races and has become very knowledgeable. He particularly likes original works, especially those by human authors. He's pretty laid back most of the time, but if something catches his interest, he can get quite excited.
Gobri. Oh, here we are. We're going into the Green Goblin territory for you, Snack. A Green Goblin from the previous generation. Because of his strange powers he had when he was still alive, he is able to look over his old colleagues even after death. Furious at the lazy goblins and all the time they waste, he tries to lecture them, but alas, no one can see or hear them.
Gob, a Green Goblin Elephant Rider. A rare goblin who likes combat. He sits on his elephant steed while going out to commit mischief and mayhem. He loves provoking and teasing other people. There's no real reason for his behavior. It's just his DNA acting up.
His crazy boy DNA.
Yep.
Lynn, the self-proclaimed leader of the Green Goblins. He's convinced that he's better than the rest of the world, and everyone should follow his lead. The other goblins naturally avoid him. Highly delusional, he believes that he is always right. Very self-centered. 0 out of 10.
Bree. 0 out of 10. Bree, a green goblin who has been captivated by magic ever since he first saw it performed. He aspires to become a mage, but after realizing the amount of studying required, he spends his time trying to come up with an easy way to become a first-class mage.
Gone. A Green Goblin slacker, often found playing with strange objects in the vicinity of the village. No one ever knows what he's up to. He is sometimes seen talking to other travelers on the road, but he never ends up saying very much.
Golly, one of the 3 masked Green Goblins. He hangs out with Donkey and is often seen dancing while Donkey plays his music. He doesn't really know how to dance though, and ends up looking awkward. He's something of a mystery. No one knows what he's really like.
Den, a Green Goblin slacker. He is often seen standing in the middle of the village staring into space. He lacks spirit. He's pretty much ended up doing nothing day after day.
Ben, a Green Goblin slacker. He roams the village looking for travelers to tell his senseless stories to. Sometimes his ramblings actually have a point, though it's not always easy to find. He, of course, thinks his stories are hilarious. He can often be found laughing at one of his own jokes.
Gotta live the high life.
Yep.
Aesop, a Green Goblin comic. He used to be part of a trio with Gob and Monkey, but they disbanded after a certain incident. Now he is part of the comedy duo Monkey Magic with Monkey. Some of their routines can get a bit rough, and Monkey has been injured on more than one occasion.
Oh, it was JJ you couldn't find. Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, yeah, because...
Yeah, you have to do the negotiating with the orcs mission, and that's very easy to miss.
Yeah. You gotta talk to Zane at just the right time.
Monkey, a Green Goblin comic. He used to be part of a trio with Gob and Aesop, but they disbanded after a certain incident. Now he's part of the comedy duo Monkey Magic with Aesop. He plays the fall guy, but most of the time he just spouts random nonsense.
I feel like they both kind of have the same description.
Yeah.
Anyway, Gabe, a Green Goblin who sells accessories and grows toadstools. He sells things he finds on the ground for money, to buy tobacco and soil for his toadstools. I was about to say soil himself. His dedication to his work means that he has no time to get up to any mischief. He's one of the more serious goblins.
Mason, a Green Goblin who finds amusement in everything. He's always interested in new and strange things. Constantly on the hunt for new friends to play with, he has to be perpetually warned not to talk to strangers.
Goo, a Green Goblin slacker. He must smell attractive to animals or something because whenever he leaves the village, he is chased constantly by wild animals. His adorable childlike presence makes people feel comfortable. The mischief he gets up to is only harmless child's play. He likes shiny objects. And he's a bitch to track down. Or was it Golly? Was it Golly?
It's Mason who's
it's
a big
Mason,
track down. Goo runs the shop, so he's always standing in the same place. Donkey. A green goblin music lover. He composes his own music, but it's not as if he wants the whole world to hear it. He's happy just to have the opportunity to play his instrument. Lately, he's been stopping every human he sees, trying to sell his music to them.
Girl. Alright, into the Black Goblins. The Black Goblin leader. Calm and collected, he is the picture of a mature adult. As a leader, he doesn't do much besides keeping an eye on the other goblins. He has few contact with other races, but this isn't bad because he dislikes them in particular. He just likes to keep things simple. Oh, sorry, but this isn't because he dislikes them in particular, he just likes to keep things simple. Okay. That makes more sense.
He doesn't hate Zane or anything, he just prefers to kill and eat toadstools.
Oh. Ricky.
Ricky. A black goblin wolf ragger.
Ricky?
Often to be found in the company of his beloved wolf, Happy. They say that the pair have been friends since Happy saved Ricky from a vicious Matango, but no one knows if that's true or not.
Doesn't hate Zane, just doesn't want to deal with his bullshit.
Yeah.
Zane comes like crying to him. It's like, can you believe what the humans did today? It's like, Zane, I literally don't care.
Thanks for the hydrate snack cake.
Oh, yeah, good idea. Adam in particular needs the hydrates because he's sick. He is a
Indeed.
sick. He's a sick man.
I have the Algendars.
Yes, the Algendars. Yep. Drew, a confidant to the Black Goblin leader. He used to act as a bodyguard to the Goblin leader, but toadstool larva poisoning has addled his thinking. Once he was one of the more serious goblins, but now there is a little hint of his old self. Shame what addiction does to people.
Indeed. Doppio, a black goblin toadstool picker. Though he complains about his job, he's an assiduous worker who always gets the job done. He works alone, however, and rumor has it that he keeps some toadstools for himself. The type of goblin who's always looking for a way to turn a fast daggle.
Pietro, captain of the self-appointed intellectual leader of the Black Goblin Operations Unit. From his position next to the Goblin leader, he goes on and on about his theories of the Black Goblin's racial superiority. No one really listens to him, though.
Jan, a black goblin toadstool grower. He realized that if he grew toadstools, he wouldn't have to leave the village to look for them. However, he hasn't quite perfected the art yet. The only toadstools he manages to produce are strange new mutant hybrids.
Marco, the Black Goblin's... He spends his time studying the character and biology of goblins and producing many essays about his research. He suffers, however, from the knowledge that he has no goblin friends. He hopes to visit an elf or human village someday to share his ideas and compare research.
Nico, a black goblin poet. He likes high places, and that's where he can always be found, composing new poems while gazing at the scenery. If you didn't know he was in the process of writing, you'd think he was some confused goblin who had lost his way.
Danny, a psychic goblin, he picks up radio signals via the toadstool on his head. The toadstool is actually a type of parasitic fungus known as a raddy. No one knows where the radio waves are coming from.
I understand, just got out of being laid up for 5 days straight. Get better. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll get better in time, I'm sure. Dominic, a trainee wolf ragger who works under Ricky. He's adept at communicating with his wolves, but his chronic motion sickness problem means that it will be a while before he becomes a full-fledged wolf ragger. Also, glad to hear you're feeling better, Snack Cake.
Yeah. Never good to feel sick.
Mm-hmm.
Basso, the black goblin whose senses became muddled after getting covered in Matango poison outside the village. He became so confused that he couldn't find his way back to the village. However, he has made a nice home for himself in the wild outdoors.
Georgia, information officer for the Black Goblins. Good at hoarding the knowledge that others need and negotiating deals to his own advantage. Loves it when he finds someone who is not as sharp a negotiator as he is, but at the same time, a skilled dealer can cause him to give up more information than he intended.
Luca, preacher for the Black Goblin Cult of Trickery. He believes that he can summon the Goblin Gods by playing a million pranks. He goes to human villages with members of his sect to cause mischief. A slick talker and charismatic leader, he is attracting more and more supporters to his cult.
Songy, adherent to the Black Goblin Cult of Trickery. His love of mischief made him a natural convert. He works directly for Luca, playing pranks on the humans. He loves his job and cackles with delight whenever he sees someone else in trouble.
Giovanni, adherent to the Black Goblin Cult of Trickery. After hearing the preachings of Luca, he became an avid member of the cult, Luca and the Black Goblin Gods. Presently, he is busy trying to reach a million prank goal in order to summon the gods. Million prank goal %.
Yep. Popo, the Black Goblin chef. Though a master of flavors, he is completely lacking an aesthetic sense, and the food he produces is awful to look at. It does taste wonderful. If only someone could tell him how to make it look edible, he would be hailed as a culinary genius. He's interested in new cuisine and dishes that other folks won't eat.
JJ, do you want to do the honors for this one? Since
That's okay.
Okay. JJ, leader of the Green Orcs. The Green Orcs used to make their home in Borgondiazo before they got kicked out by the Blood Orcs. They no longer have their own homeland and live scattered throughout the world.
Galvados, leader of the Blood Orcs. Blood Orcs live according to their animal instincts and do not communicate with other races. As a leader, Galvados is the biggest and baddest of his tribe and can even subdue the Green Orcs. Blood Orcs live by one rule and one rule only: the strongest shall be obeyed.
And the last but not least, Valkyrie, race god, gender female. From Radical, the parallel world of RADIATA, calling herself the Selector of Souls, she seeks out the strong to aid her for some mysterious purpose. However, her invitation to join me in heaven always manages to scare people away. Her hobbies include purifying the souls of immortals and seeking Einherr.
Whoa, radical.
Whoa, radical. And then, of course, let's have another look at that this beautiful artwork for the 100%.
Thanks everybody for making this journey with us. We recruited all 177 characters, although technically we started with Jack, so we didn't have to recruit him. But you know, we filled out the friends list and had a good time. Lots of memorable moments with the randomized voice lines.
Yeah. It was a good run, and there were some tears and some flops and follies, but we managed to do it. So.
Yep.
And I honestly couldn't do it without your help, Ed. You were a tremendous help.
Happy to be a help, and yeah, thanks for having me. Henry started doing this run by himself, and like I was in chat and whatnot, and I kind of just ended up joining midway through, and it's been a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, and it's just been a whole lot of fun. It just started off as a one-time thing, and then I'm like, hey, you want to come back for another stream?
Yep.
And now he lives here.
Indeed.
Well,
this
not
is my home.
Yeah, it's his home on the stream. But I don't think we can fit any more people in our apartment between me and Devin and the cat. What's the plan for the next RADIATA playthrough? That's a good question. I've been thinking about it. I might give RADIATA stories just like a month break just to sort of recharge and like figure out what I want to do next. Because I feel like I've done everything. I've beta tested I've done like, you know, the regular like English version. I've done the randomizer, the Japanese version, the undub. We did the 100% for this one along with the randomizer. But yeah, this isn't the end of RADIATA stories, just may be taking a break for now. But I will come back eventually with something once I figure it out.
That reminds me, I was talking to Henry about the nature of the randomizer before, and I was like, could you do like a new randomized run? And Henry said no, like the ROM is kind of pre-randomized, so another run would be the same. But
Well,
James, do you know if you can re-randomize the ROM?
I think you actually can, but you have to like put it through the script again. So I think it randomizes the clips when you run it through the you know, the patcher thing, but it's not when you like make a new file. So basically, I could re-randomize it.
Okay.
So
your next run doesn't necessarily have to be another randomized run, but you know, as long as you can keep re-randomizing, there's theoretically infinite content, I guess.
Yeah. 1,000 monkeys at 1,000 typewriters.
Yeah.
It can be more stuff randomized. Yeah. I just have to, you know, scramble it again.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's all for tonight. Thank you all for joining us. This was a splendid run. The next stream is going to be on Friday, not Thursday, but Friday. I actually have a Friday off. It's going to be so we're doing something new. It's Fuck It Friday, basically an excuse for me to play something that isn't either RADIATA or Zelda or shovelware, and it's just, you know, a game that I have been wanting to play, but you know, just something that, you know, just for the fun of it, basically just a fuck it kind of day. And I'm going to be playing Bully, which is by the same creators as Grand Theft Auto, but basically it's Grand Theft Auto, but you go to a bowling or a boarding school and you're a bully. It's Bully Simulator, I guess.
Gotcha.
And then there's Shovelware Sunday on Sunday, this upcoming Sunday, and then of course the next RADIATA story stream will be, I don't know, maybe a month. Who knows? We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I will likely be returning to streaming myself fairly soon. I feel like there's only a little bit left that I need to figure out to sort of acclimatize myself again. And when I come back, I'll be starting a RADIATA run, so look forward to that.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. So, feels so bittersweet to leave you guys with this. So it's I know it's not goodbye. It's just see you later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, if you aren't already in the RADIATA Stories Discord, there's your incentive to join it if you're not already. And yeah. Thank you for joining me, Ad. Thank you so much for all of the help that you've provided me with through this run.
My pleasure. It's been a ton of fun.
And hopefully you'll get back into streaming, and then I can watch your streams.
Yeah.
I'll be on the other side of things.
She's on the other foot now.
Yeah. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Take care. Have a good night.
Take care. Have a good night.